Yes, everybody, and welcome to High on Homegrown, the Cannabis podcast from Percy'sGrowroom.com. I am Macky from the UK, and joining us this week, we have Dr. Margaret.
Hello, everyone. It's a beautiful day in Ontario. Dr. Margaret here, and very happy to be here.
We also have Billy Barnes.
Yo, good evening, welcome, and all that shit. Hello.
Beautiful. We also have Smee.
Evening, everybody. How's everyone going today? I'm doing fine.
That's right. There we go. That's it, everybody. That's it.
Oh wait, want some? Maybe do
Maybe that's it.
Someone else. I'm sure
I'm
there's
trying to
someone
fucking
else.
trigger him. He's just not reacting. He's supposed to be like, holy. What the?
He knows you too
I bet it's
well.
on mute. I bet it's on
I
mute.
fucking do, you jackass.
I'm doing a reach around.
There it is.
There we go, everybody.
Success.
John's back.
Yes, the American is back. Got to give some life back into this podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on.
Holy.
Oh,
Brother in Christ.
Jeez.
Beautiful day in Minnesota, by the way, everyone.
What's beautiful?
So there
Like
is
5
that.
degrees.
Oh my God! Let me do the conversion.
Just a light covering
Un
us.
momento, por
We've
favor.
got a
I'm
12
gonna-
degrees C
Donada.
today, which is quite delightful.
And we've had a
Well-
lovely week here in the UK, I tell you that.
Yeah, and then today
Have you
rained.
though? Oh, 16 today, people. 16.
Okay, not bad,
Ooh.
not bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Yeah.
all right. It's all right,
Yeah,
that is.
it's okay. It's okay. Grass is green. The lawn is mowed. Asparagus is popping up through the ground.
Oh, beautiful.
Ooh-wee.
Okay.
The lawn's mowed. Oh, see, you've had your mum round for the weekend then.
That's right. No, it was Billy's mom, man. What are you talking about?
Same
I thought it was your
person,
mum that chewed the grass.
Same
Same
person.
person, innit?
I was gonna go a little further. Now I'm not. Okay, we're gonna
Billy
stop on that
was-
Yeah,
one.
we're
You're a
live.
legend.
Don't get the flags. Don't get
Yep.
the flags.
Chill
But yeah,
with the
welcome
flags.
everybody. Johnny's back. The whole panel is here,
Mhm.
and we're talking about the cannabis news and events today. And just randomly, I was doing some manual labor this week, which is something I don't do very often because I'm very lucky not to have to do it. But I had to take a shed down and then build a new one. And fucking hell, my back is fucked. One of my legs is fucked. It's like, damn, I'm getting old.
Do
I can't
you-
even do shit
do you
without
hear that?
aching the next day. Fuck.
Do you hear that?
Oh, the little violin you're playing there, John.
Yes, God damn it.
Classic. Classic. Nobody
Holy.
saw that coming. Yeah.
Electric violin just for you, mate.
But anyway, so I thought, well, what we're thinking, episode 89 of the Grow Guides, what are we even going to talk about? We've covered absolutely everything so far, and it was like, how to use cannabis as pain relief. Ah, that one is applicable. I think we'll do that one. You know what I'm saying? God damn.
Yep.
God damn,
Yep,
we
I
could
do
some
like that
pain
one.
relief today. My aged bones are aching.
Yeah, I can feel you on that one, mate.
But yes, you all know the struggle. Yeah, so that's what
That's
we're talking
right.
about today. We got the news stories, of course. But yeah, what else is going on, man? What are we all smoking on? What have you got, John? You got something nice?
Lemonella 99, baby.
Okay. Let's
So
go.
tasty.
Mm-mm. What do you have, Margaret?
Mhm.
I have some gummies. I made some more gummies today, so I've eaten some
Okay.
of those. I've got a lemon ginger soda as well.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
little
an
Northern
infused
Green.
one?
It is indeed, yes.
Okay.
How many milligrams you got in there?
Probably like 10.
That's nice.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Decent.
Okay.
What are you saying, Billy?
Moist. I've got some, what is it? Lemon amnesia. That's it.
Okay. Right. Well,
Okay.
You got hash as
Okay.
well, or just flour?
No hash. I've run out,
Oh
unfortunately.
my goodness.
but-
Oh my goodness.
Donna Summer.
Yeah, that's
No,
bad.
what?
What are you saying, Smee? You got something nice?
Blue Dream in the Mighty and a selection of
Let's
edibles, as I
go.
always do.
Beautiful.
And
Okay.
We
at
should
the
probably
smoke
get
break.
to your story first. Yeah.
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 No, well, I'll wait now. I'll wait till my story's done before I start munching my edibles.
Okay.
Or at least I know my story's next. You know, it takes half an hour or so for them to kick in.
Nice.
That's right.
And I'm going to go grab some whiskey at the smoke break.
It's Wixie.
Do you not have any around you now? You got to wait till
No,
smoke
I still had a coffee when I started, so I
Ah,
just wanted to finish my
okay.
coffee and
Sadly, I am
just
out
go
of
get the
whiskey.
smoke break.
I
What?
have whiskey on my desk, motherfuckers. You were lightweight.
Oh my
Jesus.
god.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
Stays there in case I need it.
That's
Know what
right.
I mean? Like a proper Englishman. I have
As
whiskey on the
it
desk.
should be.
God,
In a
Proper.
decanter.
as is my
Holy-
right as an Englishman.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. And I got some pineapple chunk and some hashish in the mitre here to
Nice.
aid with the pain relief of excessive movement yesterday. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. As you get older, it's like, oh yeah, what you done to your back? It's just excessive movement, mate. That's all.
Yeah.
I just
moved
it.
around a little bit too much yesterday. That's all.
I got out of bed. That's
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say.
Got to
got
do
out of bed.
stretches to go down the stairs, man. Fuck
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Huh.
times have changed. Gosh.
Mhm.
If anybody's under the age of like 25 listening to this show, which I'm sure there's a few out there, I tell you now, right? When I was 25 and people said, lift with your knees. Remember when people used to say that? And you were like,
Yeah,
fuck,
yeah.
Yeah.
my back's absolutely fine. Lift with your fucking knees, kids. Jesus.
Yeah. Do it,
Yeah, man.
lady. Do
Jesus.
it.
You won't
It's
regret it later. Yeah.
It's going to make a big difference in 15 years. Trust me. I have experience with this. Jesus.
Mhm.
Fuck it. No. Lift with your knees. What are you on about lift with your knees, old man? I'm absolutely fine. Look, yeah. Yeah, fine.
You are now, but in 10 years' time, you won't be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Sit
Mad Dog
proper
says
in
48
all
and a
the
half.
sittings too.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's another problem with me. Is,
Yeah. I
can
slouch way too much,
yeah.
whatever is
You're
sitting.
kind of leaning forward to look at screens and shit.
Yeah.
But and then when I sit up really straight, I'm like, fuck here now. Why have you not been sitting like this? Because it's hard work to sit up straight.
It is. It
takes-
is. Why is it so
Constantly
hard?
You just
Right?
got to be aware of it all the time. Like, you're slouching again. You're slouching again. It's just not natural to sit up straight.
Right. I need one of those back things you put on that like makes you be straight. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I've tried them. They're shit.
Posture.
Like a brace
fucking
of some
things.
kind.
Yes, the posture things. Yeah.
They're shit. They don't work. They just pull your shoulders back. It don't work the same way as not slouching.
You've got to like try and be aware of your posture. Like I forgot about that, and I tried these posture things, and you're right, Macky, they don't work that well. But what they did make me realize is that my posture was terrible. So I started just as I was walking, instead of like stooping forward with my shoulders, lifting them back, pushing them back, and it did make an absolute difference. It made walking easier, walking like that. Then
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go, everybody. If
Zombie.
you're listening to this right now, stand up straight. Get your shoulders back.
yeah, shoulders
That's
back.
right.
Yeah.
Chin up, shoulders
That's right,
back.
let's
Show,
go.
have some confidence.
Holy crap! I almost forgot what kind of show we were on for a minute there. I wasn't sure if we were talking about like doing some
Down
gym
to
training
pay.
or like yoga. What were we talking about for a minute?
We talk about everything over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Including, don't forget the poll
Mhm.
there, everybody. In the poll, you'll see there's a poll in the YouTube chat. When
I'm
rolling
not
the
doing
joint, do you put the roach/filter in before you roll or after? And so far, we've got 67% say before and 33% say after. Okay. And I guarantee
There should have
quite
been
a few
another
of
option.
those afters are going to be Smee on multiple accounts.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
That's
I've
right.
been frantically logging in to beat you,
Been
Paul.
making new accounts all week.
Ha
You know?
Freenup says
knew this
Paul
was
needed
coming.
a third option. What
Yeah,
what
What third
option,
option
Freenup?
is that? Because you don't
no
put fucking
roach
roach in
at
it,
all.
so it doesn't apply then, does it?
So prison
Why do
rules.
you
doesn't
call it a
apply.
roach? You mean put in a filter?
Yeah, the little
Or,
piece of paper filter.
Lip
Yeah,
fixer?
yeah. Like,
you know,
I think everyone missed that. Smee admitted that he wants to beat Macky's poll, but I'm not saying nothing.
A depends option?
well, it's a good job
I'm,
we
I'm not
had
80
you.
yet, free nugs. Oh,
Billy, man, you are savage.
Fucking hell, needs a depends option.
We'll
But it
clip that
depends on
one.
if you're rolling and the filter falls out, you have to pull it back in after it's rolled. That happens on the odd occasion.
Oh, because you haven't rolled it right.
Yeah, well, you don't roll yours right in the first place. That's
Mine
why you
never
have to put
falls
it
out.
in afterwards. Just saying, that's what she said. Just saying.
just none, man.
Anyway,
Anyway,
None.
that's enough random tangents for now.
yeah, we'll
Okay.
talk about this on
Yeah.
the smoke
We'll
break.
discuss this
I've
in the
got-
smoke
I've
break,
got-
everybody.
Got something else to discuss as well.
Oh
gosh.
God, oh God.
I know it's relevant to the conversation of
Is it though?
joint spliff.
Oh no,
Okay.
Leave that for the listener mail, Smee. Let me just say that. Let me just say that.
Okay.
It's time for the news. So here we are, everybody, for the cannabis news and events. Let's take a look at what's going on around the world when it comes to cannabis this week. Who wants to go first? Anybody wanna jump in? John, we haven't heard a news story from you for a while, so let's just start
Hold
with you.
on, let's make sure my shit is working right.
Uh-oh.
I just want to make sure that I have a mute button in case perchance I have to cough. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Sure do.
Professional.
Yeah.
I like
And
it.
if it
Yeah, that's
smells,
right.
it's working right. It's supposed to.
It's been a hot minute, so I didn't have it ready. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. Even taking a week off, and you can start to forget things and be like, what am I supposed to press now?
It doesn't even look like it's working anyway, so I don't know. I should just shut the fucking thing off. Oh, sorry, my bad.
Where you going, John? You there? You cut off mid-sentence. Did you hear it?
John?
What?
No.
Don't even do it. Don't do it. Don't goddamn do
How
it.
about we all just go in on a joke
Friggin'.
without even talking about it?
Sorry, John. You want to carry on? You ready?
Sons of bitches.
Nah.
John's
I
regretting
see
coming
how it
back.
is. I see how it is, everybody. You know what I mean? Okay,
That's right.
okay.
Be
So let's
aggressive. Be
yeah.
aggressive.
See, now it's in your brain, bro. A little bit of gymnastics and some cheering, and you're great. No problem.
Bring it on.
So
Touching
moving
everyone's
forward,
butt.
stop it. We're doing news now. Okay,
Yeah,
let's bring
come on,
this up
concentrate,
into the
Smee.
smoke break, boys. Oh, hey. All right. Yes, from America today. Trump administration move to reclassify cannabis sparks confusion, everybody. Dun dun dun. Which hopefully we get to talk about more today. Would be great. So
Just,
order
you
last
see that
week.
picture there? Just saying. See that picture? See how it's got the filter?
Yep.
That was definitely inserted before the roll. Because look,
Yeah, that was a
that's a
pre-done-
cone. That's a
Zero.
pre-made
That-
cone.
That's a
boy.
pre-made Mackie, which is what I expect from you. So just
Well,
Yeah,
no,
carry on, John.
exactly.
Well, that's
You might
how
as well
my
just
joints
buy
look when
those.
they're rolled. Perfect.
They do not. I've
Oh,
seen no
absolutely.
evidence of this.
Absolutely,
None.
that's what they look like.
I'm gonna ask the missus right
see.
now. Where's
You'll
my
see.
phone?
You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. We're
Oh.
going to have a
It's-
rolling
it's on
competition on the
site.
weekend
It's on
between a
site.
few members of
Oh.
the panel. Let's just say that.
Oh, yeah,
fuck.
yeah.
Mine will not
Sorry,
have that
Smee.
in the end of
Listen.
it. Wasting space.
So,
You know what I mean?
John's news article. Wasting space.
Yeah, it's-
Jesus. Jesus.
It is. I mean,
Anyway,
Holy.
John.
Okay, back to it. And the Trump administration's move to reclassify cannabis sparks confusion, everybody. And I will give the dun 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 one more time, as I was so rudely interrupted before.
Yes.
Whoa.
Order last week is only partial rescheduling, making an already complex process more confusing, experts say. I kind of agree. The Trump administration is making good on its promise to reschedule cannabis, but only partially, raising plenty of questions for those in the cannabis industry. Todd Blanche, the acting attorney general, signed an order last week that removes products sold under state medical cannabis licenses and FDA-approved cannabis products from Schedule 1, defined as substance with no acceptable medical use, to Schedule 3, which includes legal but regulated substances, including certain doses of Tylenol with codeine and ketamine.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's yes, but it is nice that it got moved to that. I can agree with that part.
Well,
but there still needs to be more done.
used both cannabis and ketamine recreationally. And the fact that ketamine is Schedule 3 while cannabis is Schedule 1 is fuck. I sat watching a blank
Ridiculous.
TV. The TV was turned off. I watched it for 3 hours on ketamine. I couldn't get up to change the fucking channel or anything. I've never been like that on cannabis.
I've never had that ever. Mm-mm. No, not doing it.
Good
But it is
times.
crazy. There is a lot of stuff that is Schedule 1 that is way worse for you than cannabis is. 100% in my opinion. So moving on, while some cannabis related products are no longer being treated as Schedule 1, it's not accurate to say cannabis has been broadly rescheduled. This is Jesus, man, been a while, is partial rescheduling at best. said Kat Packer. That's a nice name. Director of Drug Markets and Legal Regulation at the Drug Policy Alliance. Packer noted that nothing from you, Billy, on this one? Nothing?
He can make
Oh,
anything
gosh.
fit. Just don't encourage him.
No. Go on, carry on.
Packer noted that the FDA approved part of the order only applies to prospective FDA approved products that don't exist yet. It doesn't affect the few cannabis related pharmaceuticals that are already FDA approved. I hadn't heard that yet. That's kind of crazy.
Hmm.
So what they're saying is anything that's in a medical dispensary right now is not approved.
Oh,
So they got to
right, yeah.
I don't know
like
if
go
any,
through approval of all of it.
would that be for medical? If it's FDA approved?
Well, I would think so, but I mean, this makes it sound like the FDA, it it only affects stuff that's FDA approved.
But also removes products sold under state medical cannabis licenses. So medical cannabis products would also be rescheduled.
Well, I see that, but do these two work together though, is what I'm saying. Like, so like
I don't
the
think that they
state made
would.
medical would have to be FDA approved? I
I
don't
think
know.
the FDA approved part is where some people are talking about how this is like geared more towards pharmaceutical companies, maybe.
Maybe.
Because they're
Huh.
going to be, if they create new cannabis related products that are going to be FDA, they'd have to be FDA approved.
Well, we will learn more for sure, I'm guessing. Moving on, more concerning, it appears to predetermine that the scheduling outcome for future FDA approved drugs containing cannabis without a full evidence-based risk evaluation, Packer added. The order justifies the partial move by repeatedly citing the single Convention on Narcotic Drugs, a UN treaty that 73 nations, including the United States, entered in 1961. Holy crap, that's been a long time, people. The convention requires that specified narcotics, including cannabis, be produced only in limited quantities and for scientific and medical purposes only. There's an ongoing debate here, Packer said. Some would argue that given the federal government's posture towards state legalization, the U.S. is already functionally out of alignment with the treaty, similar to how Canada has approached legalization. Bad Canada. Margaret. Oh my gosh. Cannabis is legal and regulated across Canada, despite their participation in the single convention. So, like, I don't understand that.
Like, isn't that like some kind of international thing where it was agreed that they wouldn't legalize certain drugs? And Canada's
Right.
just
So
like, you know
then,
what? I think we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
And then nothing
but
happened.
then, yeah, right. Like, so it was like oh, you guys are bad, slap on the wrist, but you guys can stick with us anyways. Is that what that means?
Well, these countries pay a shitload of money to be part of the UN, so do it anyway. And if the UN's like, oh, you can't be a member of the UN anymore, it's like, okay, bye. You know, and then they save a
Bye,
shitload of money.
Felicia.
UN gets a chunk taken off them. So what can they really do? So UN's just gonna have to put up and shut up, innit? It's you don't need to listen to these treaties.
Yeah.
Do what you
No,
like. Fuck
no.
the UN. Just
I mean,
saying.
and this isn't a bad. It's not a major thing, anyways, in my opinion. To whereas it would be looked down upon. So many other countries and stuff are looking at it too. That pretty soon, probably that whole, I don't know what you want to say, part of the UN or whatever will be dismantled at some point anyway. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, moving forward, everyone, the administration's recent announcement explained the bifurcation between medical and other types of cannabis was in part for an expedited, legally compliant pathway, but in practice, it's made an already complex process more confusing, Packer said. It sounds like this person does not like any of this. Ryan Hunter, Chief Revenue Officer at the Colorado-based cannabis company Spherix Labs, echoed Packer's sentiment that this announcement had only confused the process. This is a very silly announcement. I can't imagine who thought this was a good idea, Hunter said. Alex Gonzalez, co-founder and president of the cannabis packaging company Calyx Containers, said he suspected the timing of the announcement was strategic. Trump's got a little bit of an agenda here. Midterms are coming up. he's getting some pressure from the voter base that he's trying to win over, particularly younger males, Gonzalez said, also noting that Pam Bondi's removal might have also paved the way for a policy move. I'm not going to go there. It's evident based on her history, even before she took the role, that she was not for cannabis. She was a blocker, Gonzalez said. I can agree with that. While Gonzalez, Hunter, and Packer all agree that the order had added confusion to the rescheduling process, they also found it promising to see any kind of concrete pro-cannabis signal coming from such a high level. The order will be most meaningful for those in the medical cannabis space, although exactly how the order will be put into practice is unclear. There's lots of questions, Hunter said. A person who buys an ounce of cannabis from the medical side of a dispensary and a different person who buys an ounce of cannabis from the adult use side of that dispensary are being treated differently from legal perspective, and it starts from there. I mean,
True.
it is true, but I don't know of any that are together. You know what I mean?
I suppose, but every state does it their own way, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hunter added that while Spherix has a dual license that allows them to sell both recreational and medical cannabis, there's actually no difference for what the consumer is buying. They're actually the same products, Hunter said. The cost is the same, the facility is the same, the employees are the same. Packer said that for medical clients, these products are now federally recognized as legitimate medicine, signaling a meaningful shift in federal policy. Patients and their caregivers should no longer be treated as criminals under federal law. That's a positive. However, since the order is unclear about implementation, Packer said it was hard to say whether these protections will be fully realized in practice. Medical cannabis patients, for example, could still be vulnerable to discrimination in housing and employment based on their cannabis use, among other problems. That the order is so focused on the medical side of cannabis will disproportionately benefit white people while leaving others open to consequences. We didn't need to throw that in there.
No,
Did
I
we?
don't understand how, but
I don't
whatever,
believe
yeah.
so. To benefit from the order, only medical cannabis providers will be able to register with the Drug Enforcement Administration. In practice, this disproportionately excludes Black and Latino cannabis entrepreneurs who are most likely to hold adult use licenses due to the high barriers to entry in early medical markets, while equity programs that have since helped create pathways into the industry were largely advanced through adult use legalization, Packer said. Blanche also announced that the DEA will hold a new administrative hearing for scheduling on June 29th. Still, Packer said that full rescheduling was far from guaranteed. Even if cannabis is ultimately rescheduled, it will still fall short of the will of the majority of Americans who for over a decade have supported full legalization, he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that is the end of that.
Yeah.
Which does beg the
So many things to
question,
unpack there.
why not just reschedule it? Why reschedule this and that, but not that?
Right.
That seems a
Well-
waste of goddamn time.
So, like, you guys went at the same time, right? Medical and recreational?
No, we had medical already.
You did have medical already. I mean,
Yeah.
so this is kind of the natural progression of it, though. Then
It seems
You
that
know what I
way, doesn't
mean?
it? That's it. It's not just going to become fully legalized straight away. There's steps to
Right.
this shit, and though we would like to see it properly legalized and regulated, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take years,
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah, but can't
Yeah.
you still reschedule it regardless? Like you could reschedule all cannabis to schedule 1 or 3 or whatever, and still
yeah,
not
yeah.
have legalization in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't necessarily change anything. Rescheduling doesn't legalize.
Yeah. But I
No.
have a feeling that they're gonna look at it that way though also. And that is probably how they're looking at it. Is that if
Who's-
we reschedule it all to schedule
Well,
1
when
or
it's Schedule 1,
3.
they can't do studies with it, can they? So they
Right.
and I know we and the most of society know what the alleged dangers are of cannabis, but they need to do those studies and just make sure that it because the government, they do that shit, don't they? They're not just gonna make it legal where everybody can have it. So they're gonna go from Schedule 1 where you can't do tests because there's no medical properties to it, to Schedule 3, where you can do tests, then studies will be done and proper evidence can be shown that cannabis is less harmful than what they made out it was, and it doesn't cause schizophrenia like they say it does, and all this shit. And then they can be like, okay, now we can legalize it because we have all the statistics to back it up. Otherwise,
Right.
if you legalize it and haven't done the proper studies, and somebody gets psychosis from allegedly smoking cannabis, then they'll sue the government. So, I don't know.
Right.
It's still so dumb though, because like
Oh,
you
yeah,
can get
for sure.
cirrhosis of the liver, and no one like when you drink
Yeah.
You can
alcohol.
get stuff like that from
Yeah.
freaking pharmaceutical
I agree.
meds.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
I
still don't
still
see why
think
they
it's all
don't
to
just
do with money.
reschedule it all.
I think it will happen eventually. It's just taking time.
It's
Well,
bullshit.
and this one doesn't say it, but in other articles and in other places, I believe maybe this did say it. June. Did it say in here that June
Yeah,
29th
they're looking
was
at
what?
they're looking at another end of June date
Yeah.
to
To look at
for
rescheduling
rescheduling.
more. Yeah.
It just seems like such a ridiculous waste of time for no particular reason, and I don't really see what the point is.
Right.
Like you could just reschedule all cannabis. All it does is reclassify it as far as a drug goes to
Right.
something that has some accepted medical use.
Mm-hmm.
Has nothing really to do with who's using it,
thing
who's
is, when
buying it, any of that shit.
When all the tests are done and it's shown to be good, though, it's the big pharma's going to lose so much. I honestly think it's got a hell of a lot to do with them because they're going to lose so much when it's
Allegedly.
proven.
Oh, exactly.
When it's
Just watching your
proven,
back there,
because
Smee.
yeah, cheers, mate. But when it can be proven, when it's dropped to Schedule 3 and it can be proven, and all this can be proven because that's what we lack, the proof. But when all this can be proven, we all know that it can be. Big Pharma's going to lose so much. The opium industry is going to lose so much. It's
Or they're going to
billions,
start
not
investing
millions,
into
it's
their own.
billions. And when
what I
something
mean?
like that threatens their status quo, then it's it won't see the light of day.
I wonder if there's any pharmaceutical companies that have their hands in any legal
I'm sure there
companies
is.
Oh yeah.
currently.
Yeah,
I'm sure
probably
there
all
is.
of them.
I mean, it's
And
not like
Totally.
it's not like they're out there just saying that they are, you know what I mean? But I can guarantee that it's a thing.
There's
I can
companies
guarantee that most
patenting
of them.
like cannabis cultivars. They're not doing that for
Yeah.
shits and giggles. They're
Mhm.
doing that for
Right.
potential pharmaceutical purposes. I'm sure.
And I
Right.
can guarantee most of them have got cures for things that should have had a cure for years ago, but it's more costly to keep us ill than it is to cure us.
A patient
And you know what I
wins,
mean?
a
They are not
customer lost, and all that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think there's certain things like that are out there that could have been cured many, many years ago, but because of the money that's in on it.
Conspiracy.
Mhm. Yep.
This is
That's
I
just
will
a
say-
for-profit
Yeah.
motive.
Allegedly, let's just say
That's
allegedly.
not
but
really a
Yeah, it's
conspiracy. That's just how our
allegedly.
system works.
I
Yeah.
just think it is.
Ever since they did this rescheduling thing, I can tell you that my feed has been filled up with a whole bunch more of the bad of cannabis again.
Yeah.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Mhm.
Because
Craziness.
they're doing it's a smear campaign, isn't it? Look what happens
Yeah.
when people run for presidency and all that sort of stuff. They get smeared by the opposition, and cannabis is the
any
opposition
campaign,
of
yeah.
the big pharma. So
Mhm.
big pharma's going to do everything in its power to smear it,
Mhm.
and smear it all over me, baby. Make me feel better.
Right, let's move on to the next article here, because
whoa.
Billy's one kind of relates to this as well. Billy, you want to talk about yours? Because as Smee was saying, the pharmaceutical companies would lose loads of money when cannabis is finally legalized. And that's what we're seeing here, right, Billy?
How come
Yeah.
Billy always gets the ones that are in a different language and I got to
He
switch
he
to
picks them
English?
himself. He goes out there, he finds these German articles and then
Yeah.
turns them into English.
Yep.
See?
He's our European correspondent.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
exactly.
Professionalism, John. You wouldn't know about it not being
Yeah,
on the show for
exactly.
so long.
Totally.
Jesus.
That's
bloody-
right.
Stop wearing your
Oh,
weekend cheerleader outfit, mate. And
I know, right?
Mhm.
Shots fired, John. Shots fired.
Holy Moses.
pew 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 pew. Right, can I get my fucking story?
You know what I'm
now?
saying?
Get
Billy?
after
it,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I just don't care.
No,
do I?
John.
Gosh.
I just
Jesus.
don't give a shit.
Oh.
Fucking hell. Right. Anyway, so medical cannabis instead of opioids, 3,500 patients say. So, which, as Smee was just saying, that's what it's all about. So, When the Federal Ministry of Health presented the Draft Medical Cannabis Act in autumn 2025, the message was raised: medical cannabis, in many cases, is unnecessary, expensive, and poorly controlled, which is obvious, really. A new survey of 3,500 German patients paints a different picture, and it provides figures that are difficult to ignore, basically, in the current statutory health insurance debate. So the telemedicine, a company,
Use your words.
Bloomwell, surveyed a
Sound it
total
out, Billy.
3,528 of its cannabis patients online in March 2026. So not very long ago. Really.
Recently.
The results of the so-called Cannabis Barometer were published in April 2026 and were picked up by a specialist. The methodology is based on the anonymized self-reports, so just people generally saying if they feel better or not because of their medical cannabis use, and a lot of them seem to be reporting that they're not using cannabis as much opioids, basically.
Mhm.
It's not a clinical study by design, but with a sample size of 3,500, it's like pretty good research, if you know what I mean, because some sample sizes are a lot smaller than that in researches. Sometimes they only do 500 or 1,000 people, so it's
Or 50.
yeah, or 50, yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
So basically, the key findings of the survey were on average that the participants reduced their prescription medicines by 85%, basically, across all categories as well. 60% stopped other prescriptions as well completely. So that's pretty high figures, really, to be honest. The
Yeah.
figures are particularly striking for individual drug groups. Sleeping pills were reduced from 93.4% of patients to less than half. So that's quite a lot, actually. Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
75% stopped taking them completely. That's pretty mad.
75.
Yeah, 75% stopped taking their pills, and 90% of people reduced it by half.
That's an amazing amount, honestly. Right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that is. Yeah, yeah.
I'm just waiting for Billy to read this next sentence here.
Yeah. So for methylphenidate, the active ingredient
That's got to be
behind
a
Ritalin,
7.
That's, I was going to say 6.5.
Mm.
Yeah, I agree.
But with what, the 6.5 or the 7, Smee?
John's 6.5, mate.
So 77.3% stopped taking them completely. So that's Ritalin completely gone, 77%. And for opioids, medically significant because the well-known addiction problems, 61% preferred affected patients report to have stopped opioid therapy after switching to cannabis, so, which is a large amount, isn't it, for a highly toxic addictive drug? 61%.
Yeah, it's huge
So
numbers, man. And just
yeah.
think about that in profit as well. 61%
Yeah.
in profit from the pharmaceutical companies, you know?
But then their profit goes to if they made medical cannabis, then they'd get that profit anyway, wouldn't they? So make better products, and then you get your money, wouldn't you? That's what that tells me. In addition to the reduction in medication alone, the survey also recorded the quality of life indicators, saying that 67% of respondents reported an improved concentration. So, like, they don't feel like zombified so much anymore. 61%, or basically 62%, reported more social participation. So, again, not so lethargic and not wanting to go out. 53 or 54% reported fewer absences from work. So 61% reported no longer experiencing drug-related side effects after switching to cannabis. There you go. A figure that's particularly significant as well in the context of things is the side effects from long-term opioid therapies, which is a big thing, really, isn't it? If 60% are doing that, then that's a massive drop. And obviously a big win for the patients. So the survey appears to be an unfortunate time for those who want to remove medical cannabis from the list of benefits provided by the statutory health insurance. That's the thing. The Finance Commission is currently demanding that statutory health insurance funds no longer reimburse cannabis flowers. So primarily with the argument of cost control. That's a bit fucking
Lying bastards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah, when it's cost control, you've seen how much some of the other medications cost. Wankers.
Mhm.
So what this calculation admits is the potential for saving. On the other hand, those who stop taking opioids reduce the risk of costly withdrawal treatments, reduce the follow-up costs for addiction disorders, and in turn to work more quickly. The current developments surrounding the debate on statutory health insurance reimbursement of cannabis flowers show how complex the potential terrain is at present, or
Political.
how corrupt and political it is, allegedly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So the question of quality on regulations is another variable as well. So the medical cannabis with too high THC content has an elevation from the EKOCAN report, EcoCan report, and as suggested, may not contribute to improvement, nor does it undifferentiated substitution without medical supervision. So basically, if you're taking your drugs unsupervised, they don't like that sort of thing as well.
Nobody goddamn supervises you when you're popping a bunch of oxycodones into your mouth.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh, am I meant to take 4 or 6? Like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're not here. I'm going to take 8.
Yeah, exactly.
Or take 4 and forget
Jesus.
I've taken 4, so take 4 more.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Madness.
Yeah, accidental overdose is quite common, like that sort of thing as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the Blue Whale survey is not a peer-reviewed paper, so obviously it doesn't count. And that is important to note. Not really, is it? Just because, like, so then 3,500 people all of a sudden going to change their mind if it's the surveys done by a company, is it? Rather than self-reporting.
But it's just not.
I mean, but this is
need
technically
proper studies,
a
right?
study. You know what I mean? Like, it is a legitimate study if they're doing the research and they're
depending on who the study is funded by. Then if it's not done properly, if it's not a proper double-blind study, a scientific study, it's just not the same thing. Because anybody can pay, any company can pay any group in a university to do a particular study and then cherry pick on the details that they wanted. Or
yes,
influence
for sure.
the results in some way. So unless it's properly done scientifically, where you know the study hasn't been fucking messed around with, and you get an actual statistics, then you know the statistics.
They're calling it a survey, not a study.
Use. Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But I can guarantee that a bunch of those peer-reviewed papers and the studies that they do, and then they pick the ones to just show us, they're picked also. There are many studies that just get pushed aside and thrown away because somebody didn't like what it showed.
That's right. Yeah, so even if the study is done correctly, it can still be buried. Yeah.
Cherry
Well, I don't
picked,
think
yeah.
they're saying that they're just saying that this isn't
lawsuits
a
about that.
peer-reviewed paper, but they're saying that it still has really valuable information that they got from it.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Sorry for the rant, Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
That's all right.
Okay, now.
Just take over my story, why don't you?
Sorry. I got a violin for you too, bro.
Yeah, thought you would.
Well, that one's actually.
But yeah, that's about it then, really, to be honest. So
Okay, you've all put
Okay.
Billy off now. Look what you've done.
yeah,
Jesus.
He's like, you know what? Forget
I don't know why
about
we're so sad. This is all positive. This shit's all
it.
positive.
Yeah. I honestly
fucking
like
crying
this
for?
article. This was a great
Yeah.
article. Thank you, Billy.
Not to mention the fact that it
I'm
blows
clipping
the...
that. I'm clipping that. Macky, editing the podcast. Make sure you get that. What you fucking crying for from Margaret. That's right.
I mean, a couple of things that it was talking about is like the quality of life indicators. I mean,
yeah.
it's hard to argue against 61.9% greater social participation, which is like
Right.
really good for overall health, which means less of a strain on your healthcare system. And also 53.9% reported fewer absences from work, so higher productivity as well. Like, those
blowing
are
the
two
stigma
really big
of
things.
lazy fucking stoner. Do you know what I mean? This is what I was
Yeah.
seeing throughout this whole thing. It completely blows away the stigma of a lazy stoner because it
Yeah.
says, like Margaret said, better productivity, less, less being lazy, to be fair, and more social activity. So
Yeah. I
so
like this
basically,
one.
what this
Yeah.
survey has says that over 50% of people are not using opiates anymore. They're working more and they've got a better social life because they've used cannabis instead.
Bingo.
Right. That's
Yeah.
a win.
It's
That's a
There you
win.
go.
All
That's a
quality of
fucking big
life
win.
indicators
Yeah. Yep.
that are very good.
50%. Yeah. There you go. Screw you, fucking negative people.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
So heading in the right direction. What else do we
Very
have
good.
here? Let's talk about let's talk about the obvious one. Jesus. Cannabis users don't like pesticides, they say.
That's right. Surprising no one. But let's find out what
I
they
mean,
have to say in this article.
I think we need to put a poll on YouTube for that. Do you like pesticides? Fucking hell.
Not
Yeah.
on my cannabis.
A U.S. survey says 72% of consumers are very concerned about pesticides in their cannabis products. People want cannabis they can trust, and many are turning to home cultivation to take control over quality and safety,
That's right.
says Shaya
Yes.
Ramasahai, president of Royal
Cool.
Queen Seeds, which commissioned the third annual homegrown survey. Okay, what is it?
More of that, please.
What?
What was what?
I was
Sorry?
just
Words.
waiting. I was just waiting for the grading, but that's
Oh, he said
Oh, he
four.
said a 4.
finally too late, too late, too late.
I'll give you maybe a 5. Maybe I'll make you feel a little
All
better on it.
right. Okay.
Okay.
I do
Okay.
feel so much better, thank you. Anyway, blindly buying products just because of a high THC percentage is a fading trend, he said.
Good.
People want cannabis they can trust, and many are turning to home cultivation to take control over quality and safety. Also good. Obviously,
yeah.
Royal Queen Seeds has an ulterior motive here, selling its seeds to home growers, but still the results are interesting. The survey conducted online March 17th, 19th by the Harris Poll found 2/3 of cannabis consumers said they would choose cannabis grown without pesticides, even if it has lower THC.
Oh my god.
Really?
It's just ridiculous. Here's somebody you're going into the dispensary and there's a guy standing there with a clipboard. And he's like, you say there's 2 types of weed in here, mate, and there's one with pesticides on it or one with lower THC. Which one you having? It's like, do you even need to ask that question? I bet it was like 99%. No, I'd take the lower THC stuff, please. And then there's one guy who said yes, but
There's
that's
always
only
one guy.
because he didn't understand the question.
I don't think it was one guy because there are quite a few mentally
Jeez.
disturbed people out there. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
also true.
let's say 15%.
Okay.
Well, let's see
85,
what
15.
they say in the rest of the article.
Yeah, we might have actually
That's
have
what I was
numbers.
guessing.
Sorry, Margaret.
61% of Americans aged 21 years and older support the legal right to grow pot at home.
That's right.
More Americans aged 21 plus are consuming cannabis now than they were 2 years ago, up 43% up from 39% 2024. 76% of cannabis consumers prefer the high of cannabis over the buzz of alcohol.
Okay.
23% said they use cannabis for enjoyment only. The remainder cite at least some health and wellness benefits. 39% of Americans age 21 plus said that they would be more impressed if someone brought homegrown weed to a dinner party than a bottle of expensive wine.
Nice.
Oh.
Do
For
it,
that, the
lady.
next time you're bringing...
Listen, you get super happy when somebody walks in and be like, "Let me show you this," and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a nice fat sack. Versus like, "Hey, I stopped at
yeah,
the liquor store and bought this
calm
$7
down, John.
bottle of wine." You know what I
John
mean?
loves a nice fat sack.
You know what I mean? John loves it when people
I knew
come
Billy
round
was
to
coming
his
for that
house
one.
and be like, take a look at this sack, John.
They're like
That's right.
emptying his sack all over him. That's what he
America.
loves.
Fuck yeah.
Sack, yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, John, we couldn't let you just gloss over that.
Men are more
It's
likely
okay.
to consume cannabis than women, 47 versus 38%. The survey polled 2017 adults aged 21 years and older, 851 of whom were cannabis consumers. The sample data is accurate within 2.7%, using a 95% confidence level, the pollster said.
Wait a minute. What?
Just showing you the margin for error, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
The margin for error in the study is 2.5%. So not so bad. Not so bad. But yeah, cool numbers. Cool
A
numbers.
lot of people are into that home grow. It's going to be
Yeah.
hard to ignore when they try and...
And this
I
is
don't know.
it, man. When it's
I don't know.
legalized and people can grow it, and they also figure out how easy it is to grow the shit, then loads of people are just going to be growing their own. And like we say, it's the same. We say the same thing about food. You know, we want to grow our own tomatoes because we know that's got no pesticides on it and some dodgy shit. You know,
Mhm.
if you grow it at home, it's gonna, you know what the fuck's going on with it. You know.
Yep.
Margaret,
somebody-
are you double working or what here?
What are you talking about?
I'm sitting here watching, all of a sudden a notification pops up. It says, Bite Me Podcast, National Lemonade Day now.
Oh, are
And
you
I'm
on
like-
Instagram?
No, it just popped up on my phone. I'm like, Margaret, am I here? Are you here? Are
I'm
you
here.
a robot?
Jesus.
Well,
Working
I've been
over there?
accused of many things.
Oh man.
But yeah, I just
Anyways,
found, like,
no
this headline
pesticides.
just, yeah, you just stated the obvious, really, didn't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's good stuff.
it did, really.
But now you know everybody for sure, you know?
Yep.
So at least there's that. Let's talk about this guy from West Korea here, a place called Durham, where Simper's from. You know, Simper, he's been on the podcast lots of times, Simper Carter. Our friend
Mhm.
Simper,
Look at this
he's
guy.
from
Yep,
the
yep.
same place.
What is this
But
guy?
there's this
10?
young guy, he's like, I don't know, 14 or something. I don't know. We have to read through the article to find out.
Okay.
But you know what it's like here in West Korea. People go to these places where cannabis is legalized and they can buy a fuckload of it for a tiny amount of money and bring it back to the UK and sell it for 20 times as much. So this kid tried his luck, I think. I don't know. We'll find out in the article. Let's have a look. Durham
Oh.
teen arrested in Malaysia for cannabis offences. Now,
That can't be good.
no, that's right.
No.
If you know anything about cannabis law around the world, then it's kind of like that Eastern Asia part of the world. Don't be found with weed out there. They don't
Yeah,
fuck
they,
Yeah,
they
around.
don't
fuck
fuck
around.
around. No.
Mhm. So this young guy here, he's in his school uniform. Don't know how old the picture is. But I don't know if he's that young. No, he's 19. So a County Durham teenager is being held in a Malaysian jail. So he's already in there. Fuck. After being arrested for drug offences. The man's already in jail in Malaysia.
Oh, of course.
Shit. Leo Nicholas, 19 years old, from Thornley,
Nicholson.
Durham. Oh, what did I say?
Nicholas' son? You said Nicholas?
Oh, thank you, John. Leo
welcome.
Nicholson. I was even going to say Nicholas again the second time around.
2.
Yeah.
See?
Fuck you, Smee. Shit. I am the one who casts out the rating. Shit. Leo Nicholson, 19. I'm going to edit all that out now. From Thornley, Durham, was detained in the Southeast
3,
Asian
1.
country. Oh my Jesus. It's turning into fucking maths class now or something. You're throwing out all these numbers. Try and keep track, everybody. Add them up at the end for prizes. Shit. Anyway, yeah.
Pronounce
so-
word like an American.
Gosh. Can we do the story? Does
Yeah, I
anybody
think you're
mind?
like 2 paragraphs in.
Yeah, this is crazy. Fucking hell. Just start reading the story and the sharks come out. Shit.
That's right.
Leo Nicholson, 19, from Thornley, Durham, was detained in the Southeast Asian country on Thursday, April 30th. The teen was reportedly found with a quantity of cannabis in his shared apartment, an offence in that country that could see him jailed for decades or put to death.
Ooh.
Shit.
Holy
Eh?
shit. I
Yeah,
got
the
real quick.
The family say they believe, as Leo is a vulnerable adult with autism, that they believe he was coerced into the situation. That's not cool, is it? Just a young kid. And he's only 19 years old, man. You remember when you were 19 years old? You thought you knew everything.
And then you realize
really
later you
didn't.
knew absolutely nothing.
Mhm.
But I didn't go to another country to bring
Yeah,
drugs
and-
back.
Yeah, but it says-
That's a good
Oh,
point.
he didn't
I
bring
mean-
anything back. He says that it was in his apartment. So what's he live there or something? They said it was
Yeah,
found
maybe.
in his apartment. He didn't try traveling anywhere with it.
Maybe Airbnb or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, the
Maybe.
Foreign Office has confirmed that a British male has been detained in Malaysia and that they remain in contact with the local authorities. Leo's family say they have limited access to their son and little information around the circumstances of his arrest. Jesus, must be terrifying. His dad, Aaron
Absolutely.
Nicholson, 41, said it is unthinkable he is looking at 30 years minimum for all we know,
Wow.
but he could be facing the death penalty as the laws are so different over there. The family
What
say,
are you doing letting your autistic son go to Malaysia for then?
wow.
Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, I agree with that, mate.
Because he's 19 years old, man. He's a fucking adult.
Yeah.
I mean, but
And
You know what
you
I'm
don't
saying?
want to anyway. It doesn't matter how old they are. You'd still be like, I really don't want them to
Yeah,
go. But
absolutely.
they have to go and experience life. And as far as you know, this is just your 19-year-old kid going on holiday with his friends. So like we did when we were kids. You go to Ibiza and fucking Gran Canaria.
Nope.
Iron
Never
Apple.
did. Don't even know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
because you're fucking in the USA, but in the UK, that's what we did when we were kids. We would go.
That's our version of the Cancun.
Yeah.
Again, never did.
Yeah, it's your
Well,
version
you-
of
That's
Minneapolis,
too far away.
John.
Yeah.
That's right.
I went to the Twin Cities,
That's right.
all Lake
that's it.
Street.
But that's it. And he's 19, man. You wouldn't be expecting your kid to be getting involved in this kind of shit. But it's best to
No.
try and inform them anyway. But let's see what else it says here. They say Leo told his dad days before his arrest that he was making plans to return home. Aaron said, I have gone from expecting to see my son in a couple of days to not knowing when I will see him next. We are just desperate now and praying for him. That's so fucking fucked.
Whoa.
Aaron, a former soldier, believes Leo was in trouble and forced to make the trip from the UK to Asia the day before on his birthday, April 7th. He has been in the country for around 3.5 weeks. His loved ones are now trying to raise £50,000, not cannabis, but Great British pounds sterling, for an experienced defence lawyer in Malaysia and to cover their travel costs to fly over to the country. Jesus. The GoFundMe states, we urgently need to raise funds for an experienced defence lawyer in Malaysia, legal case related costs, travel expenses so we can support him through the process. The British Embassy has been in contact with the family and is working with them as the case develops. A Foreign Commonwealth and Development Officer, a FCDO spokesman, said, we are supporting a British man who has been detained in Malaysia and are in contact with the local authorities. Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
See, like, to me, as an American, I would be super scared to go to another country and try to do anything that's illegal there.
Yeah.
Whereas,
yeah.
like,
Even legal stuff.
I'll go to another state, and it doesn't seem like that would be as bad. You know
No,
what I mean?
it's not. I agree with you.
It's madness, man. Poor kid. You know?
Yeah.
And it's only cannabis. It's not like he's really done anything wrong.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking crazy.
Mhm.
19 years old. Jesus. So
And
if you
Malaysia.
have young adult kids who are going on holidays with their friends, you should just warn them about this shit.
Yeah.
They might not know what fucking kind of shit they're getting into. Or maybe this kid, because it's illegal here in West Korea still, maybe this kid was just smoking weed with his friends. He's gone ticked an ounce from some dealer and he can't pay it back. So the dealer's like, I'm going to beat your face in unless you go on this holiday for me. I'll pay for everything. You're not going to get caught. Don't worry. I'll pay for everything. You just got to do this favor for me. And the kid's like, yeah, all right, I'll do it. Because that happens.
Yeah.
People get extorted in
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
He's just a 19-year-old kid with autism. How do we know the whole circumstances here?
We don't really actually know any circumstances. They're pretty light on the details, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. But if I was Prime Minister of this country, I'd be on the phone to the guy at Malaysia. I am, but you send that kid back home right fucking now. We'll deal with him. Get him out of that
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
prison.
That won't happen, bro.
There's gonna be some shit, bro. Like that. That's what I'd say. But, you know, I'm not in charge,
like,
and we have a great and powerful Keir Starmer running the country right now. So I'm sure the kid's in good hands.
Right?
Jesus.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, yeah, I thought that story would be interesting, so I thought I would let you all know that. This is the kind
That
of shit
was
that's going on
interesting.
in West Korea, everybody. Well, kind of West Korea.
Malaysia.
Yeah. But, you know, he's a UK citizen, and they need to make sure that he gets home safe. I don't know, man. I got kids this age.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what I mean? And to think that they could do something like this just so stupid. It's scary because they could. You don't know what your kids are doing at that age. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter how
Right.
you fucking raise them. It depends on which
Correct.
crowd of friends they fall into, and just hope that you've done a good enough job to make sure they don't fuck things up.
Yeah.
But sometimes they fuck things up, man. So it's
Yeah.
just terrifying to know that kids are doing that. Tell you, my boy was ever like, "Oh, I'm gonna go on a holiday over here." I'm like, "You listen to me very fucking carefully right now." You know what I mean? They will fucking kill you in that country. So fucking behave yourself. Stay away from all drugs. Like, oh, well,
sit him down
run it
at a
quiet.
table,
You know what I
sit him
mean?
down at
Yeah.
a table, put a light in his face, and then get the biggest dildo you can find and slam it on the desk next to him. You want this up your ass every fucking hour for the next 50 odd days? Then I suggest you don't do
Jeez.
anything wrong.
That's right.
Because
Mhm.
that's
Stay
what'll be
away from
happening when
weed.
you're in that fucking prison. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah, it's concerning, man.
Mhm.
Poor kid. I
So
hope we get some
concerning.
follow-up for this.
So you're supposed to pick
That's
the biggest
aggressive.
dildo in the collection you already own?
Well, might as well.
The smallest one's not going to intimidate him, is it?
Yeah, I guess not.
Oh,
Just wanted to
Good catch,
clarify.
Margaret. Good catch. Yeah, she's got you now, Smee.
yeah.
These ones
Does
are
it have
quite
a
big
bat
as
signal
well.
on it, Smee?
Yeah,
It's got a bat signal on
double
it.
ender.
That's right. He's got a bat signal on him that comes out his mouth. You know.
Every time I see the bat signal, I know exactly where I'm going.
Oh, goodness.
Anyway, one more story. What an inappropriate way to end this story. Oh my goodness. Just saying. Fuck yeah. No. But anyway, we have one more. Let's talk about this shit about cannabis leaves.
Let's do this.
Yeah, it's about tossing them, and don't do it.
Toss your salad.
Calm down, Billy.
Rubbing them thighs, rubbing them thighs.
I set them up, you knock them down, mate. Yeah, don't toss cannabis leaves. Scientists found rare compounds with medical potential, it says here. Scientists have unlocked and uncovered a surprising new layer of complexity in cannabis, identifying dozens of previously unknown compounds, including the first ever evidence of rare molecules called flavoalkaloids in its leaves.
Okay.
3.
That was miles more
Three?
than a 3.
That was
just
definitely a
Yeah,
six.
but you fucked me
Yeah.
over on the last score, remember?
You
Remember our score?
can't hold
You
grudges.
said the
Yeah.
wrong
I knew what
name.
I've
Talking
fucking
about-
You
won.
said the wrong name. You said Nicholas, when it was Nicholson. And it's not like it's a difficult word to say.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I don't care
yeah, you
what
got
I
Anyway,
don't know
what
if we
I'm
should
saying.
go there with this.
We can tell
Four.
Macky that you don't care.
4. All right, that's what I said. And you're lucky to get the fucking 4. Next time it'll be a 3. I'm going to give me a fucking 2.5 again.
Honestly, I think the
Oh,
consensus
understand?
though is that the score is higher
yeah, I
from
think
the rest of
Gosh.
the panel.
Oh,
Disappointing
you know-
Macky
Okay,
Day
okay.
today.
I'm not
What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not bitter,
fuck?
so I'll let him have his 3.
Okay, now.
I don't want him to not sleep this evening. You know what I mean? He'd be like, "Oh, it's me. God, got to give him a 6." Oh.
Okay, now. Right. I'm going to change the mind, Smee, just for you because everybody made such a big deal. I'm going to change my mind. I'm going to change it to a 3.5.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Alright.
I know how much that half. You know how getting that half and how much it hurt
You
giving
know,
it.
how much- Let's move on with the story. Jesus, gosh. Fuck.
You've got plenty of opportunity to get me on this one because there's so many words in here I'm gonna fuck up.
Right.
So
I know, I love this.
phenolic compounds, particularly flavonoids, are already highly valued in medicine for their antioxidant and anti-inflammatory and anti-carcinogenic effects. See, when I first started looking at this, I thought, well, at least it's not got a load of Albanian names in it.
Yet.
It just has a bunch of
Yeah,
names.
scientific names in, which I think
Yeah.
I prefer the Albanian ones because nobody knows how to say them. Anyway, this new finding suggests cannabis may contain even more biologically important compounds than previously recognized. Dozens of previous unknown cannabis compounds are identified. In the study, researchers analyzed three commercially grown cannabis strains from South Africa and identified 79 phenolic compounds. Of these, 25 had never been before reported in cannabis. Among them were 16 compounds tentatively classed as flavoalkaloids, a group that was rarely found in nature. Interestingly, these flavoalkaloids were concentrated mainly in the leaves. The more I say it, the worse it's getting.
I'm just staying quiet in
We're
the background. I'm not saying anything.
We're
See how nice
concentrated
I'm being?
mainly in the leaves and just one of the strains. Highlighting how much chemical variation can exist between different types of cannabis. The findings were recently published in a journal of chromatography. So why are these compounds hard to detect? Dr. Margaret Muller an analytical chemist in the LCMS laboratory of the Central Analytical Facility, CAF, at Stellenbosch University, and the study's
give that a good
first
7.
author. Cheers,
Yeah,
John.
that's a good. Yeah,
Welcome
he,
back,
he
mate.
did pretty well there. He did pretty well.
It's like the biggest tongue twister I've ever read. This. It's
You're
crazy.
doing great.
Yep.
That's
I'm
right.
sweating like. Yeah, anyway.
That's the edibles.
Understood. They ain't kicked in yet. I'm thinking, kick in quick. I have an excuse. The Stellenbosch University and the study's first author explains that studying plant phenolics is especially difficult because they occur in very small amounts and have highly diverse structures. Most plants contain highly complex mixtures of phenolic compounds, and while flavonoids occur widely in the plant kingdom, the flavonalkaloids are very rare in nature, she explains. She also
They're
notes
not
that
alkaloids, though. They're. You want to try that again? It's got no N in it. Try. You want to try one more time? Try and score it.
alkaloids. Flavalkaloids.
Akbar.
Jesus, John,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Flavalakalabar
I'm not sure if he's
are very
watching
rare.
Thunderbirds or.
Seriously, yeah. So the flavalakalabar are very rare in nature. She explains. She also notes just how clinically complex cannabis is. We know that cannabis is extremely complex. It contains more than 750 metabolites, but we did not expect such high variant in phenolic profiles between only 3 strains, nor to detect so many compounds for the first time in the species, especially the first evidence of flavolacoloids
Yes.
in cannabis. It was very exciting.
Very good.
Advanced techniques reveal hidden chemistry, and as part of their postgraduate work in SU department, the chemistry and polymer science, Muller developed advanced analytical methods that combine comprehensive 2-dimensional liquid. Jesus Christ, man! 2-dimensional liquid chromatography.
I know now we
See,
can't
help
say
him.
it.
Everybody has a
Don't help him.
problem. He gives it to me.
Holy Christ.
2-dimensional liquid chromatography with
Yes.
high resolution mass spectrometry.
Solid.
These tools allow scientists to separate and identify compounds in extraordinary detail, which is what they should have just said in the first place.
They
We
were
were
trying.
looking for, I was trying. They were looking for a new application for the methods that I developed after successfully testing them on Rooibos tea. Rooibos tea.
Real boys tea.
Rooibos
Go on,
tea?
Smee.
Rooibos tea. I don't know. Grapes and wine. Why can't they just leave the tea bit out? Why can't you just say tea, grapes, and wine? What's
You have
this?
to sound classy.
Totally.
It's going to be Rooibos or something like that.
Yeah,
Is it?
Rooibos.
I don't know. I'm just-
Rooibos.
I always thought it was like
Rooibos.
I've never actually heard anybody say it, so I don't really know how to. I don't know.
Rooibos.
How would you pronounce it?
I think
Margaret?
what's messing everybody up is the stupid
Rooibos.
hyphen in it.
Yeah, that doesn't help. Rooibos.
Yeah.
I always called it like rooibos tea or something. but
Rooibos?
Okay.
I
can go
don't
by- I
actually
can go
know.
with that. Okay.
All I know is that there was like, oh, Smee might read this on I Am Grown. I'm going, let's put Rooibos in there before tea. Because so yeah, tea, grape, and wine, and then I decided to apply the methods to cannabis because I knew it was a complex sample, and that cannabis phenolics have not been well categorized. She explained. Professor Andre de Villiers, who led the
French.
study,
Okay.
French is it? Andre
Could
de
be Swiss. I don't
know.
Villiers.
Is it Swiss?
I don't know.
Accent.
Nobody knows.
Anyway, this dude who led the study and heads up the analytical chemistry research group at SU said the results were striking. The excellent performance of 2-dimensional liquid chromatography allowed separation of the flavonalkaloids from the much more abundant flavonoids, which is why we are able to. I'm picking my own story next week.
You're great, bro.
Jesus,
Bro,
man.
you can pick any story anytime and put it in the show notes, and if it's not there by a particular time, I'll
Then
pick
I
it
get
for
what
you.
I given. I get it. I get it.
And this is what you get.
So the excellent performance of the two-dimensional. I've read that bit. Which is why we are able to detect these rare compounds for the first time in cannabis. According to Professor De Villiers, the discovery underscores how much remains to be learnt about cannabis. So far, most researchers focus on cannabinoids and compounds responsible for the plant psychoactive effects. Our analysis again highlights the medicinal potential for cannabis plant material. Currently regarded as waste, cannabis exhibits a rich and unique non-cannabinoid phenolic profile, which could be relevant for the biomedical research perspective, he concludes. The findings suggest that even parts of the plants that are often discarded, such as leaves, may hold valuable compounds with potential uses in medicine.
I'm going to
That's
give you a
interesting.
solid 7 for the article overall, just because of the effort you put in there, Smee.
You
That
killed
wasn't
it,
easy.
Smee.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't
You
easy.
killed
Yep.
it.
That was a
Good job. Good job.
particularly difficult one.
That was
You
an
know-
interesting article, though. Don't toss your leaves.
Yep.
Like, you hear about people, like, juicing their leaves and stuff like that.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
they say
yeah.
it's really
Mhm.
healthy for you. And
Or just making tea out of them.
yeah.
What kind
Yeah.
of tea?
Cannabis tea.
Oh boy, yeah.
I don't. Nobody name it now.
Real boy
But
tea.
here's the thing with this is that they're just relearning everything that we already knew 100 years ago before they took it away from us.
That's right.
Yeah. Imagine if they never did that. Imagine how much
Yeah.
we'd have.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm,
We would know a
information
lot
on this
more
right now.
than we do now.
it's fucked,
Yep.
isn't it? It's a crime
Yep.
against humanity.
We'd probably
is
be
what it
living in a
is.
totally different era if we
Mhm.
didn't do that, you know.
I mean, they're taking
Yeah.
3 commercially grown cultivars from South Africa, and they found, what was it said, 25 compounds they'd never seen before.
Wow.
That have
Right.
been
That's just
reported.
3.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. They was amazed that they said they was amazed that only 3 strains showed so much like diversity and how they found so much that they didn't even realize was there. It's amazing. But imagine if this never happened and it never got the bad rep that it did back in the day. We would never have had the Sackler family, and thousands of hundreds of thousands of people would still be alive,
Yeah.
allegedly.
Mhm.
And we'd also have better cars.
Yeah,
Because
I
when they pass all these drug laws,
clothing.
making all these drugs illegal, that's
Yeah.
when cars went from looking fucking, oh, look at that. Look at that 969 Mustang there and all that kind of, those kind of fucking nice
Yeah.
cars. And then they
Yeah.
introduced the Not Allowed to Have Nice Drugs Act. And then, pal, cars is shit ever since.
Now look at the new Mustang. The 4x4 Mustang looks like a Kia Sportage. That's what the new Mustang is. Fuck
That's
them
disgusting.
bastards. Get back on your drugs,
Mhm.
people.
I mean,
Get
they
on the
did
acid.
have that
Damn
like
right.
87s or something Mustangs that were them little hatchback units also, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's when they were
Mustang, man.
smashing cocaine. So
Oh, yeah,
it was
for
available
sure.
everywhere at that point. So it's kind of different then. God
Yep.
damn.
Yeah.
Imagine what we would have right now. The beautiful flying cars we could have if they
Yeah, we
never
could be like the
illegalized
Jetsons,
these
bro.
drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm-mm.
These with that vacuuming robot made.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Rosie.
right.
Rose.
Yeah. Something like
She
that.
sucks
something
and
like that.
blows.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Great.
That's what
Great.
the
Now my
adverts-
childhood is ruined.
That's
Thanks,
the,
me.
that's the advert, though, isn't it? She sucks and blows.
Anyway.
Oh,
So yeah, that's
And-
all the news for this week.
I just
everybody.
want to add, and thank you for finding that article for me, Macky. It's much appreciated. Even
No
if
problem. No problem.
It was very
Always
difficult.
happy to take the time to find articles for you.
Yeah, it is appreciated, mate.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Join us again next week, everybody, and see if Smee finds his own article.
I'm looking for one now.
That's funny.
It's not like I do it on purpose, but it is in the back of the mind when I am looking for one. Which one's
Oh,
gonna fuck
yeah.
Smee up just a little bit?
Yeah,
Yes.
damn right, mate.
Know what I'm
As
saying?
it should. As it should.
Anyway, forum news. We realised that all the AI bots seem to love going to Percy's and finding information. So the bottom is smashing us, making the site just a little bit slow. A bit of a fuck around here and there. But so we're fixing that. Don't worry, it'll be done in the next couple of days. Just
You don't have a captcha on there that keeps all the robots away?
yeah, but even visiting the
Just
site,
hitting it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
3,000
Right.
people on at the same time, you know, and it's just being constantly hit. And they're scanning all the pages looking for answers to questions. And
Right.
Yeah.
it
It's
adds up.
free nugs asking Grok all the time.
Yeah, that's
All his
right.
big
God
questions.
That's
Damn it.
So don't use AI for cannabis stuff, everybody. It smashes our websites. Just go to the website. That's out. But we'll discuss that later on in the listener mail. Spoiler alert. Also, we promoted. Well, I promoted Free Nugs because Free Nugs is always over on Discord and it was always very helpful and shit.
Smashing
You know what I
it.
mean? And he's
Yeah.
good over at Discord as well. So I was like, you know what, this guy here, he needs to be a moderator to Discord server. So I did that. I clicked those buttons. Yeah. So congratulations to Free Nugs. Thanks for all your help and everything you do around the.
Read the
Yeah,
next
Discord
one.
there,
I
bro.
want you to read it
And
as
then-
it's typed.
John Carlson is now forum admin. That's
Yeah.
correct, right? John Carlson.
No.
A 1.
That was
Carlson.
he wanted it as it was written, so I did it as it was written.
Oh, as it was written, then yeah, a 6
Oh,
then.
I guess
Never
we're
done
more
a fucking
focusing on the
typo
fact that it
before.
was
Judgment
Yes.
mistyped.
fuck.
Oh, Mr.
And then we go look up
Whoa.
above.
Every single typo you ever make in any text you ever send to him. Jesus.
But nobody's seeing this text other than me.
And then he points out, oh, you've said this before in text before. I'm
No,
like,
but
what?
Smee, this isn't the same. That's a typo. You're using the incorrect "your" in a sentence. Not
Not
applying
anymore,
the
I don't.
apostrophe and the e when
Jesus,
it's
not
necessary.
anymore, I don't.
Oh,
Not anymore.
What?
So what you got? Why aren't you thanking me for explaining what these different grammar meanings were? Instead, you
Thanks.
make out like I'm a dickhead. You hear this, Margaret? You see?
No, it's because
Nobody
every day is an
appreciates the
English
work you
lesson.
put in.
And
God.
every text you send to Macky, you got to sit there and go, have I made any spelling mistakes?
Right.
Have I-
Listen, try being an
And you're a
American
better man for
with
it.
all you pricks.
That's right.
why?
Yeah, well, that's your fault. No, man.
Because
Being
depending
American.
on the word,
Anyway,
I might get some
Fucking-
shit for it.
Jesus, you're on cocaine or something today? What's going on here?
The lore.
So yes, John Carlson is now forum admin. Congratulations, John. There you go.
That was a 9.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and top loader
10
as
for
well.
Savage.
The top loader over on the forum. He's been around for many, many, many years, and he's always been a good member. So, who's decided to make him a moderator as well. So, welcome to the team, top loader. Very cool, bro.
Good man, top
cool.
loader is a really good guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there we go. That's all the news. Anything to add?
No. I think we're good.
Still,
I mean, that was pretty
yeah.
solid.
Margaret, you know what I'm going to say?
What? What?
Anything?
Any second channel yet?
Oh. No.
Come on, Margaret.
We have to wait another
Oh.
week, I'm afraid, everybody. But as soon
Yeah.
as Margaret does get that new story channel up, we will let you know. Don't worry.
Here's
We'll have
how
to
I think
deal
we
with
need to
other
work this out,
people's-
right? I think
Uh-huh.
what we need to do is we need to have a mix to make this show happen, right? I feel like what we have to do is get Margaret to do the story while she's making edibles.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
I like that. So she makes the
Okay.
edibles live, and as she's making it, she's telling the story, like mixing the bowls.
Yes.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
That's nice.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, that could
Cannibalism
be tricky.
stories. All
It
that
could
sort
be a
of
little
stuff.
tricky, but I feel
Stabby-stabbies.
like maybe it'll get you on board a little quicker.
Oh yeah, because then imagine you can you're
might.
talking about some stabby incident, and you can just get your knife, stab it into the chopping board. Ting! Be like,
Okay, any more
know what I'm
news? I
saying?
think that's it. Thanks for that, Smee. Ruined it.
You're
Thanks for
welcome.
that.
Oh, Mackie's scared of stabby podcast. Sorry, Macky.
It's not like I'm scared of the Stabby podcast. It's concerning that so many people listen to those Stabby podcasts.
Yes.
Jesus.
Mm, right.
Yeah.
They're
Popular with
a
women
very
as
popular
well, like-
category.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Anyway,
right, Billy.
let's go to a smoke break. Talk about this stuff. See what's going on over there.
Whiskey time.
Let's go.
Oh my god.
That was gay.
And
Did a
break.
gay person take over Smee's microphone for a second there?
That was your mic. You just said whiskey time.
Whoa, are we doing a
Yeah,
flip
of
today?
course, that was me. Yeah, we're doing a coin flip because
Oh yes.
over on Percy's we've got the heads or tails going for the Jack Herrbeans. I haven't
Yep,
checked who
wasn't in the
picked
thing.
what. There was only 3 people left. I haven't checked who's picked what just yet, but we
Great.
can figure that out afterwards.
right
So I just
back,
thought
be
we'd
right
flip the
back, 1
coin
minute.
here. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Flipping the coin. It was tails. It was tails, everybody. All right. So whoever picked tails, I don't know who's won or lost or what's going on. We'll check after. find out what's going on. Unless somebody's in the chat like, no way, I'll pick tails, I win. Maybe. Yeah, so there we go. That's done. What random shit were we talking about?
I don't know.
Nothing?
Where'd everybody go?
I don't know. Everybody went quiet for a second, right?
I don't know.
Oh, Smee's gone to get whiskey. Billy's been quiet for a while. You still there, Billy?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Sweet. Sweet. John's gone to get
She's
something. as
smoking,
well.
so
Nice.
So I'm getting
nice.
whiskey too?
Maybe. Don't feel tempted, Margaret. Don't do it.
Take a little more than that to tempt me.
I should pour a little glass of whiskey here. That's what I should do. What have you been up to this week, Margaret? You done anything interesting?
But done anything interesting? Not really. No, just working away.
Same
I am
old,
going
same
to
old.
I am going to an edibles night. The launch of a new edible on Tuesday night. I'm kind of
Oh,
looking forward to
cool.
that. Yeah.
You gonna do like an interview there, Smee? You're just going for personal?
No, I'm just going for fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
That would be fun. I wish I would have stuff like that around here. And I did find some whiskey.
Nice.
Knew
you got,
it.
Glenfiddich?
I do have about a half shot of that, but I also have a wee bit of Maker's Mark here.
Okay.
Oh.
What you got, Smee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes,
You
bad
got the
back
Black Barrel?
and
Whoa.
yeah, Black Barrel, mate. That's what I'm just drinking now.
Nice.
Black Barrel and Bushmills I've got because
Alright.
the Bushmills was on offer in Asda, but the
Alright,
Black
mine.
Barrel was on offer in
There we go.
Amazon, so I had to get both.
Margaret,
There we go.
Yeah.
going on your little edibles thing that you're going to here, have you done any more about your possibly setting up your little online event thing you wanted to do?
The online
Or
event
did
thing.
we already forget about this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
What
What are you talking about?
I don't remember when we were talking about this, but it was a while back on the show.
Uh-huh.
And you had said you were kind of thinking about trying to put an event together. And I was like, oh, maybe I would like to come to that. And then you're like, but it's going to
Oh.
be online. And I'm like, oh,
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I'm still thinking about that, but I
Okay.
have like another project that I need to, a couple more projects I
Mm.
need to do before I do that.
do tell or cannot tell?
Well, one of them's story podcast, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, which is actually on my bingo card. The event
Margaret's
and
stabby
Mhm.
the
stories.
story
That's what we
thing.
should call
I'm
it.
not gonna do true crime, okay? I'm just not into it.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
agree, Margaret. That's it.
And there's
Them's-
already a million of them out there anyway, and they're probably all really good. So like, But anyway,
Not all of them.
Okay.
My missus
Yeah, I'm
listens to
sure they're
loads, and
not.
some of them are just fucking shit. Like
Well,
not
some
shit
of
as
them
in
are
the stories and
savage.
shit. Just not well produced. You can hear the
Yeah.
fucking kids running around in the background and shit. It's just
oh, that's not good.
yeah, that's not cool. It's not cool. Like just random noise around the house and shit.
Yeah.
The lawyers. I used to listen to two lawyers who used to do stabby podcasts, and they had like some inside track, obviously, because being lawyers, they could get extra information and stuff.
Mhm.
And they had
Jeez.
some sick stories, man.
Yeah, I don't know
there's
if I
some
need to
sick
fill
people
my head
out
with that stuff.
there. Yeah, that's it. My missus listens
Yeah,
to it before
Margaret's-
bed. She listens to a podcast like that before bed and shit.
Yeah.
And not so long back, I had a bad dream, like a nightmare, which I very, very rarely have bad dreams. Like, it's been 10 years or something since I had a bad dream. I'm very lucky in that aspect. But I had this fucking real weird dream about poltergeists and shit. And I told her about it the next day. And she's like, oh, you got to stop watching these dodgy YouTube videos. I'm like, fuck you, it's your fucking podcast you put on when I'm sleeping. Fuck.
Do you sleep with a Kevlar like blanket or?
No, I'm
Okay,
sleeping
she
in iron
decides to
lung
just
now.
lose it?
A fucking padlock
A
on the
Kevlar
inside.
blanket.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she doesn't stab him while you sleep.
I'm just
Oh,
sleeping
I
there.
see.
Fuck, yeah, no. I'm scared, John. I'm just scared, John Collison. Help me.
Collison.
Yeah, scary podcast.
Oh,
man.
that's awesome.
And there's Smee just sending fucking more and more episodes to the missus. Like, oh, check this one out. Murder in the Mangroves. Check
Oh,
this
yeah.
one
Yeah.
out. Oh. What the
Snuff
fuck?
tips.
That's
Sick,
it.
Oh
Just here
my
trying to watch
goodness.
happy reels about people getting run over by trucks and shit. Fuck.
Oh
All
man.
right. I like those too. But the only stabby podcasts I don't like is when they kill the dog or something like that.
Mhm.
You know, if people are getting killed in the stabby podcasts, I'm kind of all right with that.
Do you know there's a
Not
website
children
out
or
there?
anything, just dogs.
Yeah, just dogs.
There's
Kids
a
can be
website out
cunts.
there. I think it's like doesthedogdie.com, where you can go and check out any movie you're watching beforehand to make sure none of the dogs die in it.
I use that for my
Huh.
grandma. She would not watch anything where any animal, not just dogs, any animal dies. I tried getting to watch
So she's not watching
Yellowstone.
John Wick.
No, first 5 minutes of
Spoiler alert.
Yellowstone, I just skipped it. Let's
No
not.
watership down then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
watch
no,
none of that.
fucking
None of that,
hell.
mate. She
You
would.
know, I want to go
hit the
back and
road.
watch Watership Down. I don't know,
Mhm.
man. I don't know if I can handle that shit.
You might be emotionally
think you'll
okay
cry
as
again.
an
don't know.
adult, but as a child, you get a connection
Nah,
with the
I still
fucking
get
rabbits,
fucking
and then...
soppy seeing animals get killed, man. I anthropomorphize way too much.
No, I
Okay.
get it with animals, mate.
They
I get it
just-
with animals. Dogs especially, man. I've got such a,
Yeah.
you know.
So yeah, I can't watch any movie where animals get killed in it, unless it's for food.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or if it's like a war and it's like, you know, like 300 and fake elephant things are getting slashed to pieces. I'm all right with that. You know, horses getting impaled when it's like a war scene. You
Yeah,
know,
still
Zulu
makes me
type
sad there.
thing,
Poor
you know.
horse.
But, you know,
Poor
Anyway.
horse. Poor fake horse.
no horses
Might as
were harmed in the filming of this movie.
Might as well
Allegedly.
be watching My Little Pony. Jesus.
Gosh. Anyway, with that round the tangent, you back, Billy?
Yep.
Sweet. So, are we ready to go on to talk about this pain relief shit?
I mean, don't know if we're ready, but let's do it, lady.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've never been ready for anything.
Oh, let's just pretend that we
Yeah,
are.
I
for
mean,
about 40
shit.
minutes.
But-
Let's go.
Right, okay. Let's
I
do it.
love
Let's
how
do
this
it.
is laid out here.
It's looking good, isn't it, this week? No colour coordination, but not needed. I don't know.
Jesus, spoiler alerts in the show notes. Fuck.
I didn't do it.
Bloody.
Fucking Smee.
Yes, I,
Jesus.
I did explain at the start of the cannabis news over there that I've been doing fucking heavy lifting and shit this weekend. And because I'm also getting older, I start to feel the ache in the bones, you know?
Mhm.
You know, when you just sleep on your neck and then for
Oh.
3 days your neck's fucked. And it's like, all you did was went to bed. It's
Yep.
fucked. So pain relief is something that it just becomes more and more common as you get older, I think. So I was thinking, as we're on episode 89, like, what the fuck are we even going to talk about today? I don't even have a subject to talk about. And I thought, cannabis and pain relief, because that's on my mind. Well, that would be a good episode. Let's talk about that. So maybe I can learn some things in this episode to help with the pain relief. And it does. I already feel quite a bit better after a little bit of that hash over there. It definitely helps.
Hooey.
Yeah, so of course we're not doctors and shit. We should put that disclaimer out there. We'll make sure we don't, except for Margaret.
We are one of us is.
Yeah.
But you know, never just take this as like medical advice or anything like that. Just you know, if you want real advice, go and check out with your doctors as a second opinion. Yeah, depends what you're asking them about, or her. If you're asking them about cannabis, then man, I just think it's a shame that you can't go to the doctors and get some actual information about how cannabis can help you, because they'll just all frown at you. Be like, oh, cannabis,
Yeah.
no, stay away. It's going to give you psychosis. Like, fuck's sake, man. There's people looking for actual help. But so I say go out and check it with your doctor, but just use your own discretion. You know what I mean?
I'll ask my doctor
right.
about pharmaceutical stuff, but when it comes to cannabis, I'd rather ask you, Margaret, John, or Billy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
know.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Because you
Yeah.
know more than the doctors do. You
For,
really do.
for real. It's bad. It shouldn't
Yeah.
be like that. You
This is
know?
it.
But cannabis is used a lot for loads of different things. It's not just pain relief. You know, it's used for lots of different ailments.
Yep.
So, you know, it's a wonder drug as far as I'm concerned. It's an amazing plant, cannabis is. But yeah, so for back pain specifically, that's what I've been using it for today at least. And yeah, it's done the job nicely. But I've only just been putting it through the vaping shit. You know what I mean? But Smee, you take gummies every day to help with yours, don't you?
Yeah. As soon as I started ingesting it instead of smoking it, it changed the way that I started to feel as far as my back's concerned. Because mine's nerve damage, it's not muscle damage. And the smoking was working brilliantly with the muscle, but the nerve thing, you know, I had to take the gabapentin for. But now, ingesting it helps with the nerves as well. So
Oh,
I
interesting.
smoke and I eat, and it covers me right the way across the board. And when I say I smoke, I've moved to the Mighty, because going on to the edibles, I don't feel like I need to smoke as much anymore.
So let's talk
Right.
about how cannabis does help with pain. You want to talk about that, Margaret?
Yeah, because this is where it gets really interesting.
Indeed.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Basically, because cannabis doesn't just really remove pain like a painkiller would, but it interacts with your endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and that helps regulate things like pain, inflammation, mood, and sleep. So when you're using cannabis, the THC changes how you perceive the pain. Do you find that that's how it works for you, Smee, as someone who uses like that for back pain? Well, I don't know if it's back pain. Did you say it was back pain?
Yeah, back. Yeah. I've got level 3 disc degeneration in my spine. So
You
Level
degenerate.
3.
I know, right?
Don't say that. I have disc degen too.
It's
You
and
degenerate as well. And
She
you know,
just shrinks it right down because it's Canada.
and it's mainly
No, it's a reference to who in the chat's seen Letterkenny?
Me.
Anybody? Oh, have you?
I
Okay,
brought
then
it
you
up
know what I'm
last time we were
about.
talking on the session.
Right. They called people degens on there. I always thought it was
Yeah,
kind of
all the time.
fun. Anyway,
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah, so I have disc degen. And the THC tends to change how you perceive the pain, and CBD is more about reducing inflammation and calming things down physically. So depending on the type of pain you have, you might need more like one or the other. I use both personally.
yeah.
And that's when people start to realize it's not just about getting high, it's using it in the right balance. And I would say I also, besides edibles and vaping, I do a lot of topicals.
Never done the topicals thing. Well, no, this one time because Robin Swan, who was on the show
At
from
Bandcamp.
Swan Apothecary,
Yeah.
she sent me a care package and it had some of those THC. Hold on, are they here? I can get one of them. THC transdermal patches.
Oh,
Nice.
have you tried it?
Cool. Yeah, it worked. It worked well, but I'm gonna put one on right now because I just remember
do
right
it.
there. Here. Do it, lady. Yeah, real nice professional things as well. These are
Nice.
Swan Apothecary. Check it out, everybody. Check it out. Look at that.
I was looking at maybe doing
I'm
some
using for cannabis for
topicals,
pain right now.
but with it being my back. If it was like say my knee or my elbows and stuff that is easy to thingy, with it being my back, it just I kind of like want to make some sort of I'm going to think maybe a bath bomb or something where I can like lay in it so I don't have to rub my back, because sometimes it can be hard. I know it seems silly, but just put my hand
Where
out
is
the
it on
back
your
and rub
back? Like, is it easy to?
L3, L4, and L6.
Nobody knows
Oh.
where that's at.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Okay,
I
maybe
do.
Margaret
I'm
does because she's a
L4,
doctor.
L5, which is like very low back, like
Yeah, low back.
exactly where you think is your low back. So would that be higher up your back then,
It's
or lower?
so yeah, L3 and L4 are on the bottom. I think the L6 is up near the
Oh,
middle.
okay. So it's just like a wider
Yeah,
swath.
Okay.
but
I mean, if
it's
you do anything bath related, don't do bath bombs, do bath salts.
bath salts.
Yeah, because bath bombs are kind of they look nice, but they're kind of a pain in the butt to make, and the bath salts kind of like do the same
Easy.
thing.
It's difficult with baths though, because the baths heat actually aggravates it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Really?
and it's better if I have a cold pack, because I used to put heat packs on and it just get worse. And then I was like, because it was nerve, I
Oh.
thought, well, I'll try a cold, and I put cold packs on
Right.
it, and
I
oh
love
my
heat on
word,
my back.
Yeah.
Do you use like the, I don't know what you want to call it, but like what you guys have, but like the icy hot or the
Yeah, it's like the
where it's
Tiger Balm
hot and
type
cold,
stuff.
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Tiger Balm. Yeah, we've got that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Again,
Does that
kind
aggravate
of-
it? Like when it gets warm, when
Yeah, it
you know what I
does.
mean?
It aggravates it more than anything else. But I found the best thing, honestly, is like on the edibles, getting onto the edibles and attacking it from the inside rather than the outside. But I would
Yeah.
I would like some sort of topical for, rubbing, for daft as it sounds, my tattoos. When I get a tattoo done, it helps.
Oh, that's a pretty easy one to make.
Yeah. So that's the
Go
next
watch
thing
my
for me is-
video.
I'm not watching anything you do, John.
Fucking hell.
Jesus.
Only
Jesus
watching your
Christ.
OnlyFans videos, John.
That's right, John.
That's right.
Unless you're wearing them budgie smugglers, I'm not in.
Mhm. It's a banana hammock.
That'll do.
Depends on where you're from.
That'll
Mhm.
do.
Woo! Woo!
And whether or not you've got a banana or a budgie.
Woo! That Maker's Mark is. Woo! Holy.
John, you getting hit by the whiskey like that? Gee, you a noob?
Oh.
Nice.
No, I haven't had Maker's Mark in a while, man, and that's a little bit raw compared to the old Glenlivet.
Nice. Do it, lady. Do it, lady.
Mhm.
Yes. But let's talk about different types of pain. You want to, Billy? You there? Still
Yeah.
quiet in the background.
So different types of pain. Well, as Smee was saying, like nerve pain and stuff like that, but it's completely different to the other pains, the joint pain, inflammation. You've got muscle soreness. So it's all very much different, you see. And obviously all the things react differently to different THCs and CBDs. Also some strains as well are particular. So some might work for others, whilst it's not working for you and you're just confusing. So sometimes it's just a case of hit or miss. You just got trial and error. And it's a case of just trying it, really. Different things with different things, really, basically. So obviously you've got chronic pain as well, which is long-term pain, which is where you get consistent pain, so back pain is classed as chronic pain because generally it lasts for years, if you know what I mean. Or generally chronic pain is normally like long-term, forever, if you know what I mean, as well. It's very rare that someone have a chronic pain issue which disappears completely, if you know what I mean. Maybe surgery can fix this sometimes, but very rarely, if you know what I mean. So and that's where the issue with chronic pain is. It's not just a physical thing as well, because it affects your sleep, your mood, stress levels, all of that, which is where I have issues, and obviously Smee as well with his back. And that's what you have issues with, and that's where cannabis has a massive boost in alleviating that side of things as well. So it's about getting the balance to be right to treat your pain and your physical and mental health. So again, that's why one strain works well for others and not for you. So it's experimental with the problem with pain. So the best thing is to go through, like, especially with like, if you've got like arthritis of the hands and things like that, you're probably better off looking at like taking some sort of rubs and oils and balms to directly rub into your hands, so you get straight to the thing, because you're trying to specifically use it for that. So or lower back pain, if it's just from heavy lifting and stuff and not chronic, then again balms and rubs work really well, or an oil, because smoking just can be temporary, if you know what I mean. It's a temporary relief because it's only in your system temporary, isn't it? You're smoking it, and it's but with oils it's longer lasting. So for you, as Smee says, for your deeper issues, you're really looking at oils and stuff. But with people like me who can't then absorb it, you don't really get as much. You still get pain relief from it, and it does work, but not as high. So that's where I smoke that little bit more to top up with the pain relief there, as well as sort of like the mental health stuff. So it is a case of trial and error for the different types of pain you have. And to be honest, you're probably better off talking to other people to find out what they're using for that. So, like I said, arthritis in the hands, balms work much better than anything else, sort of thing. So, it's finding the right thing for the right thing. And obviously, with all medical stuff in yourself, it's trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. That's the hard thing with cannabis. But I would say give yourself 6 months of trial and error, and you'll find what works for you, and then that's a new long term. It's better than being 3 or 4 years on some shit medication you're gonna have to have for the rest of your life. So it's like, go for that trial and error for the 6 months to a year it might take you to get your right balance of what you're having at what levels, because the long term it's going to do you so much better. So look at it over a 10-year period, especially if you've got chronic pain and long-term conditions. Don't look for a quick fix. Look for a long-term fix in that manner. So look at what oils you want to use, into what doses, and how you want to take them, what balms you're going to have, how you're going to vape. So sort of change and use all levels as well. I use all types of medication. So I eat it, I drink it, I smoke it, I rub it on me. So it's a mixture. You have to do them all. So
Mm.
yeah, there you go. Ran over.
Nice. Let's talk about
Mhm.
choosing the right strain then, Smee, because that's an important factor as well, isn't it?
This is it.
Yeah,
And
oh, that is very important. Actually,
again, and
so
it comes down to the unless you know exactly what your strain can do for you medically, it comes down to trial and error, like Billy was saying. Just get out there and experiment. But it's where people can get caught up in marketing nonsense, though. Indica, sativa. It's not that simple anymore. We want to be looking at THC versus CBD levels, what types of terpenes, which is mostly ignored by people. You know,
that's really important. I think, to be honest, terpenes.
Yeah.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And so if something is high in mycene, um, then it's usually more relaxing, more of a body heavy type, and that's really good for pain and for sleep. Everybody knows if you have a couch lock one, have one before you go to bed, it helps you go to sleep. Um, but then on the other hand, you've got here we go. Chiro,
Caryophyllene.
there we go, caryophyllene.
That's a good one.
That's a good one for pain too. And it actually interacts with the body in ways that helps with inflammation.
Mhm.
So the two different types, you've got your sleepy one and your inflammation one. And then your limonene, you got that helps with your mood. It lifts your mood up. So, if you are losing a little bit of sleep because Billy will know, Margaret will know about pain, and anybody knows, Macky, same with you, anybody that's dealing with a little bit of pain, if it's a pain that's lasting a few days, that's okay. You can get over it, but elongate that few days to weeks, months, years.
Mm.
It starts to take its fucking toll, man.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad I found edibles because I found something like I was like you, Billy. I smoked like a chimney because it's the only thing. It just wore off too quickly, so I had to constantly keep topping up. I love the edibles so
Mhm.
much because now I don't. I can take an edible and it gives me long-term effect, long-term feeling. And now I just use the mighty for when it is. I've done a little bit work, like you said, Mackie, and you've done the shed, or the rain's coming in and it's the temperature's changed in the weather and it's getting shitty. I use the mighty as a quick boost top up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mhm.
Mm.
uh, so, um, so yeah. And I don't change I don't chase strongest strain. I chase what and knows
Effects.
effects that
Mhm.
work for me. And I know that I need inflammation and pain, so I go for
Mhm.
more. The mood, the mood generally comes up better when your inflammation and your pain's dealt with. Your mood's better. So the
Yeah.
limonene is like I'll take the limonene type when it's a Saturday night and I want to have a good laugh, and you know what I'm saying, that
Mhm.
sort of thing, make to uplift my mood some more than what it already is. But yeah, finding the right balance and what works for you pain wise, it can change, and it's not just like you say about
Yeah.
strength, whether it's THC,
Mhm.
CBD. It's
That's it.
it's
It's
the
the
whole
cannabinoids and the
the
terpenes, it all goes into
entourage
effect.
effect,
Yeah.
as you like to
Yeah.
call it, Mackie,
Mm-hmm.
which is very true.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
So I got
In
something to say about these last two topics that I think kind of hits home for all of us, kind of, right? Is that being a home grower,
Mm.
you
Mm-hmm.
get to be able to go out and find the different strains or cultivars and see what they say, right? Because I believe in researching. If you're going to be doing this, you should research and see what they're saying is in it for the
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
terpenes and what effects other people are getting. And then you get to try it at home, grow it yourself,
Yep.
make your salve or your oil or what have you or your edibles, and you get to try it and see if that works for you. And then if it's not really doing what you want, then you get the chance to go out and find another one, grow another one,
This
do
is
it
it.
again, and you just keep going and you'll find the one that hits for you.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
completely agree.
So
And
Yeah.
certainly, definitely
which you
not about the
which you-
strength
which
because
you're going to
you've
spend a lot more money going to a dispensary doing that. You
oh
know what
yeah,
I
Hell
so
yeah.
much more.
mean?
Tons more.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can mix. You don't like I've got a CBD 1-to-1, like cream and cheese. So it's not just CBD, it's not just THC, it's both at a very high level on both, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Both over 15%. which is you don't get that in a lot of in a lot of strains. A lot of strains are more tailored these days to one of THC or one of CBD.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that.
Mm-hmm.
So try that. And this going to the salve things. If anybody's like doesn't like smoking, you can just make it into a salve and rub it on your skin. It's not going to cause
Mhm.
any effect. So if you've got kids that have got like, my son's got a little tick in his hand, and this, that, and the other, and I rub,
You can remove
some
ticks with
CB,
pliers.
yeah,
Fucking
and I
tweezers,
just rub some
pull the tick
CBD
out.
into his wrist and stuff. But no, I just because he's always like his hands always flexing. You know what I'm saying? So relax, tight, relax, tense, relax, tense. So I've got some CBD cream that I bought, and I rub that into his wrists when he's just not really paying attention. So
Does that relax it?
and yeah, it stops
Oh, that's really
stops this
cool.
from going in, and and it makes it so it doesn't ache as much anymore, because you can imagine if you had a stress
Right.
ball in your hand and you was constantly squeezing it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what can happen to my son's hand. It gets where he's like squeezing a stress ball constantly, and that can be can be like that for an hour, 2 hours, and then
That's
but
so great though.
Mm.
Because yeah, completely non-intoxicating.
absolutely,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's why I
Or
want to get into the salves,
psychoactive.
because my father-in-law, he was, it's hard to, he doesn't know I smoke, you see, or do any of this, so it's hard to, and he's having some really medical issues that I know that could help. So I'm gonna make salve and say, here, try this cream, Ted. You'll be right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's such a great introduction to a lot of
Mm.
people who can't like
Mhm,
topicals or
Yeah.
salves or
Yeah.
any of that
Oh, yeah.
stuff.
Not
Let's
just
talk
in
about
there.
that. You go out there, you've done all this experimenting, you find a strain that really works well for you, and hopefully you can get a cutting version of that, so you know exactly what you're getting, and you grow your own shit. But what are these different methods you can use to apply it? Smee mentioned some of those there. You want to talk about the methods of use, John?
Yeah, we've talked a lot on the show about different uses and ways to use them, but yeah, so different ways is going to give you a different effect. So if you smoke or vape it, you're going to feel it very quickly, which is great for flare-ups or sudden pain. It doesn't last as long, like we said. Edibles are the opposite, takes longer to kick in. I don't know. I don't know anybody else's experience, but usually if it ain't hit me by 45 minutes, it's probably right behind that. So within an hour, usually stuff hits me.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it lasts a lot longer. I think in my experiments, there's been a couple times where it's been like 4 hours probably. I've been able to feel the effects,
Yeah.
Easy. And it's not quite the same as smoking, in my opinion. It's way more
It's
of
better.
a buzz.
Or sorry, wait.
Yeah.
I'll let you continue.
No, it's okay.
I agree,
It's for
Margaret.
some people. For me,
I know.
but for me though, when it comes to edibles, I'm the kind of person who even just a small amount of edibles gives me that kind of jittery paranoia. So I have
It's
to
so
low
funny you say
dose
that
it.
because I'm like the opposite with
Yeah.
vaping or smoking. I'm super
Mhm.
sensitive. I have to be really careful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
why we're all unique little snowflakes.
Right. So that brings you back to start out low and slow, baby. So they're really good for things like chronic pain or helping you sleep through the night, which we've mentioned before. Then you've got oils and tinctures, which are which sit somewhere in the middle and give you more control over your dosing. Margaret, do you find that like tinctures that are made with an oil like MCT or whatever come on slower than like if you were to just use like alcohol?
Yeah, I imagine I don't use tinctures a whole lot, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because
But
I've made a
a lot
couple
of
different
commercial
ones.
ones are made with MCT oil.
Yeah,
Buy
and
them.
I feel like
Yeah.
they take a little bit longer to come on than if you made an alcohol tincture or something.
But the alcohol burns.
Yeah, it does for sure.
Yeah,
Like
I can't use
the
it. I can't use
experience
straight
is
up alcohol tincture. I need to get rid of that alcohol. You're right. It burns
yeah, it's
like
not
Yeah.
super
motherfucker.
pleasant.
The first
Yeah.
time I ever did it, I thought, oh, I'll try a spoonful of this. Worst mistake in my life.
Jesus.
Honestly,
It-
don't do it, people. Just
I
don't
think it
do
works good if you're mixing
Spoonful?
it into a cocktail, perhaps.
Oh yeah, if
but,
you're mixing it
Yeah.
into something,
you know,
Yeah,
no, it put
straight
me
up
off
But
for
not
life.
as a
Tough.
straight tincture, just
No.
like
Pussies.
Yeah,
right under your tongue. Boom.
yeah, it's gonna burn.
Yeah, let's try some of this under my tongue. No, thank you
Yeah.
ever again. Yeah.
Yeah. So the method is the key. Matching the method to the situation, baby.
Mhm.
And
them all,
yeah,
yeah.
and
So it works.
topicals are great also. Like, I don't know, I try to make all the things if I
Mhm.
can. Just to try them out for different stuff, and I've been
Well, that's
very
one of the
happy
great
with
things
all
about
of
being
them.
a grower too, is because you have
Yeah.
access to so much plant material. You have enough to try whatever you want to try.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should probably be adding like cannabis leaves to this list somehow.
Yeah, now we should.
Just eat them.
Making teas and
Now we know
such.
for
Oh, just
sure.
out there
Kinds of
grazing on
teas.
our cannabis leaves like a,
So
a
when you
freaking
lollipop,
cowrish.
know?
Yeah.
when you get to lollipop time and you're taking all them leaves off, doing a
Mhm.
defall,
Just take
You
a
know,
leaf
you've-
off
you've
and
got-
eat that sucker.
yeah,
There we
you've
go.
got
I can't do
Just
it.
like
I
Good
can't
Billy's-
just do that.
just like Billy's like thing, just put that leaf in that jar,
hmm
Mhm.
I do want to
Yeah, I'm
get
gonna-
more into cooking with cannabis, though. Just
Well, we know
directly
somebody who
cooking
can
with
help you with
cannabis.
that, John. Margaret, do you know
Mhm,
anybody who can
mhm.
can help John with cooking and cannabis?
Why, Macky? Yes, I do. I'm so glad you
maybe-
asked.
Well, I was just thinking maybe he wants to infuse it in his dishes like lasagna. He can infuse a white sauce that he
We're
can
having
add to
lasagna
his
tonight. We're
lasagna.
not making white
Are
You
ya?
sauce.
fucking put white sauce of it then, John. Do it properly today.
We don't have white sauce like that around
So
here.
it
I
ain't
have to order that
lasagna.
shit off of Amazon.
Oh
So
my
it's not
gosh.
lasagna.
Boo,
We
Amazon.
need to do a proper
It's
YouTube
Timu
poll for
Anya.
this. Do you add the white sauce? And there's a
We
proper
did
name
this
for it.
already.
Yeah.
I lost.
No, but that was on Discord.
Discord.
We didn't do it on YouTube, bro.
Oh, I thought we
Do
did
you
it
do-
on
Still
here, too.
lose.
Is that like a maybe more of a depending on where you live kind of thing?
No, it's depending
Maybe.
on whether
Oh.
you're.
'Cause I feel like
They
lasagna
all
is
use
the
white
white sauce.
sauce.
Hold on, as well.
Oh.
Tangent. Sorry, everybody. John, we're going on about you here with the white sauce. All about John. But you know this Smee motherfucker over here? He don't have onions in his lasagna? Or is
What?
bolognese no onions?
You
No
don't like
onions,
Onions
for
in that
Smee.
shit.
What?
Smee.
Onions are
I need
foul.
I need to hear you say this out loud.
Onions are foul, disgusting things, and you just don't put them in anything. If you ask me.
But onions are literally in like every
Holy.
recipe. Like
Mhm.
everything.
Not in
Anything
my
good,
I
recipe.
use
onions in it.
onions in everything. You guys like a good French onion soup, man?
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Well, so we know Smee
Oh
doesn't.
my god!
You made me choke on my vape, man.
Actually, you know what else?
Jesus,
You know what
bloody.
else is really
Okay,
good with onions?
Everything.
Is
Cheese.
mushrooms.
Mushrooms are really good with onions, especially
Aren't
when you
they?
combine that with a steak.
Oh, that is
Jesus.
actually very good.
Little
yes.
bit of butter.
My God, you
Yeah,
just
so-
ruined
We're
a
talking about
perfectly
food
good
again.
steak.
So at the same time there,
Jeez.
where I'm ripping John for having no white sauce, I think I would rather eat a lasagna without white sauce than without onions. That's
Then
what
you're
I'm
doing it
talking
wrong.
about.
An
That's crap.
authentic
I don't do it. The
lasagna
wife does it.
has
You go
no
and
onion.
tell my wife when
Yeah,
we're
I
playing
dare you.
Minecraft later that she's
I
been
dare
making
you.
her lasagna wrong, mate. You do that and don't say anything till I'm
Do you
in
know
the
what?
fucking Zoom too.
You can. This is my point. You can make lasagna however you want to make lasagna. If you want to put onions in your lasagna, then you have at it. Anybody that likes to put anything in their lasagnas, have at it. But I just don't like onions, so they don't go.
Sorry.
in.
Anyway,
It's meat, sauce, pasta. That's all
Brilliant.
you need.
brilliant. Random
Covers
tangent.
all the food group.
So let's talk about dosing then, Margaret. You know, how much are you putting into this stuff before people
Do it, lady.
take it?
Well,
for the
that's really
medicine?
going to depend.
Mm-hmm.
It always
Mm.
depends. Because, and so this is, I mean, we've all heard the old adage, start low and go slow. Because if you overdo
Mhm.
it on anything, especially edibles, you're going to pay for
Yeah.
it.
Biking.
That 4
Yeah.
hours is suddenly going to feel like 14.
Yep. No going back.
It's really
No going back if
uncomfortable.
you go too much.
Oh no.
Yeah.
no,
So
no,
I mean, I think talking about the minimum effective dose is probably worthwhile here too, because like start low and go slow. I mean, we've all heard that a gazillion times, but
Mhm.
finding that dose where you can like take as little as possible to get the effects that you're looking for, I think is an interesting way to approach it as well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And
I
this is
think
where
5
also
milligram
tracking
is
it.
good to start with. What do you think, Margaret?
Yeah.
Yeah, for some people, like if you've never done it before, 2.5.
Wow.
Or if you're a lightweight like me.
Yeah, I've
Or
met
if
lots
you're
of
a
people doing the
loser.
podcast that were like for edibles anyway, that like 5 milligrams would fuck them up.
Yeah, that would
So
fuck
if
me
you
up.
tell
I
the-
get fucked up so quick off edibles, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but then
I
the
will-
next
I
person it
will-
might be like, I can take 150 milligrams and I can go drive a car and go to work, and I'm just like, yeah. So
Mhm.
Well, my missus got cannabis pills, and I've got this back pain that I explained. And she's like, just take one of these pills. I'm like, are you fucking crazy? I've got a show to do. She's like, they ain't that strong. I'm like, not that strong for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to take one of these pills. I'm going to be asleep halfway through the grow guides. It's fucked up. It's like, no,
Pulling a
thank you. No,
cornerstone.
gosh, so strong. The edibles fuck me up so much.
Innit?
Even low
Put a
dose.
cornerstone.
Damn.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, so
Cornerstone.
just if you're experimenting with something new, like I don't know, whatever that is, a tincture or whatever, then just start at less than you think you probably need, because you can
Yeah.
always adjust and keep track if it's
Yeah.
also something
Mhm.
new. Make a note on your phone or something to see how it's working for you.
It's just
Yep.
not nice to be too high, is it?
No,
Right.
it really does suck. It's
Especially
not
if
fun.
you've got shit to do.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that too.
Got to try and find
Yeah.
that right level, and it differs for
Yeah.
everybody. What makes you just on the level where you're not stoned, but you're high enough for the pain to be dealt with.
This is it.
Have we
Yeah.
have we really
it-
talked much about how to determine? I mean, I know we've talked about like different
like
stuff,
how
but
high
like
is too high?
no. Like how because essentially we're talking about you doing your own thing here, for the most part, making your own stuff, what have you,
Mhm.
because that's the only way you can really, dial in your dose, I would say, because you go to the store, you get it at a dispensary, it's 5, 10, 20, 50. Like now I'm cutting up a piece into a million pieces, whatever. But like, have we really gone over like doing calculations to try and figure out at home what you're getting, so that if you do
Well,
decide to make it,
I think we have,
Yeah.
because we've discussed edibles before, and Margaret has that thing on her
Mhm.
bitemepodcast.com website, where she does have a calculator specifically for it. And you can enter all the information of what you're making, and it will give you some kind of reading for how much is in that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always a good idea to do. The only
Mhm.
tricky part
Yeah.
sometimes, if you're doing it like figuring it out on your own and you grew the cannabis, then you're kind of guessing at like the
Mhm.
potency of the weed.
This is it.
Right.
But at
Unless
least
you've
it
got a
gives you
T-check.
a benchmark that you can work with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because doing it completely blind, I think, is crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Even
knowing
some
So
that,
this doesn't
investments
look
made
like
in
that
it.
much.
Yeah,
yeah.
famous
Just
last words.
just
Is
a
it?
teaspoon of this will be fine, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's,
And
that's the
a
mind that
teaspoon of
launches
MTC
1,000
oil.
memes.
That's
Yeah.
it. A teaspoon of MTC oil is not as strong as a teaspoon of FICO, people.
I heard a
Mhm.
story
Yeah,
before
also
about a
that.
guy where he was making some FICO. He was making RSO, is what he was making, to be precise. And he was stirring it with a spoon, a tablespoon. And after he finished mixing up the RSO, he put the tablespoon in his mouth and took all the FICO off it.
Oh my
Why would
god.
he do
This
that?
motherfucker was in bed for 3 days, man. Completely.
I laugh, but that
fucked.
would suck so bad.
Oh, that's the
Mhm.
worst. That would not be
You-
fun.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that shit, because being less high than you need to be is, I don't know,
Way
for me,
better.
it's definitely preferable than being too
Yeah.
fucking high, man. Shit, that goes deep. Fuck.
I've never
And that-
been so high on my FICO as I was the first time I made it, because I did exactly the same thing. The spatula I was using, I'm like, what do I do with all this FICO on the spatula? Oh, fuck it, I'll just eat it. I don't do that now. I water that shit down with milk, and I use it over like 5 days in coffees, because Jesus Christ, I was
Yeah.
high.
But that's it. But you survived. That's the good
Yeah,
thing
I
with
did.
cannabis.
I survived.
You've
Yeah.
taken too much, but you're fine a couple of days after.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the good thing about it. But seriously, start slow. Start low.
Yeah.
Bring your dose up slowly until you find a comfortable level that you're at, and then you don't need
Yep.
to exceed it.
There's
Just,
also, actually, we didn't really talk about it it kind of applies to the dosing and to the methods of use, but people often have found success with suppositories.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you
And
can
you
take,
don't get any THC psychoactive effect from a suppository either. You can
yeah,
it's
it's a way to deliver the THC without getting high.
without getting high. Yeah,
Yeah.
found a lot of people in nursing homes, old folk.
Yeah.
They'd rather do a suppository than, feel that high.
Yeah. Because they
And they
could
would,
probably also take a lot more THC than they would be able to if they were like consuming it in a different way.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and
Well,
it's something
yeah.
interesting that might happen in their day, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
The
all
nurse might be cute.
Have you
You know what I'm
come
saying?
to deliver my suppository?
I went right back to the article of that kid being in Malaysia in
Oh,
jail.
Jesus, no, John,
Holy.
no.
that's a
Oh my
different
God.
kind
You
of
guys brought this
situation.
up.
Yeah,
That's a different kind of suppository.
suppository.
Yes, you know it, Macky. You know it.
Jesus, that's a
You-
terrible thing to
Okay.
say, Margaret. Yeah, it's terrible.
I
Anyway, yeah, be
disagree,
careful with the
but
dosing, everybody. And
Yeah.
what's also important as well is the timing and consistency. And this is Billy takes oil every day at 8 o'clock. Is it 9 o'clock right now, Billy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
9:15 my alarm's set for.
Because consistency is important. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? But Smee, you want to talk about timing and consistency?
Yeah, something I needed to learn when I got into the edibles, and now I'm like you, Billy. I take it in the morning when I wake up, which is usually.
Calm down, Billy.
I take it in the
He
morning.
takes it in the morning.
Oh, fucking hell.
So around about 9 o'clock, same as Billy. And then again at dinner time, and then just like my pharmaceuticals, I had to be on them at a regimented time to keep my dose at a set level throughout the day. And I do exactly the same with my gummies. I have so many in the morning, so many at lunch, and then so many at tea or dinner, whichever one comes.
Nice.
And by 7 o'clock at night, I've taken all the edibles I'm going to take, because I found that after 7 o'clock at night, if I take edibles, I wake up the next day with a kind of a weed hangover sort of thing.
Okay.
But trust me, taking my last set around 6 o'clock in the evening, it sees me right the way through the night anyway, and I don't feel I
Nice.
need any more after that. So
Even
yeah,
if you're up till
it's-
2 a.m. playing Minecraft, it lasts that long?
well, the whiskey kicks in after 2 a.m.
Ah,
Minecraft.
right, I
Come,
see.
come, come 9 o'clock, whiskey's definitely part of the
Is
equation.
that, what, back pain? Watch this.
All right, backflip, snap. Oh,
You know what I mean?
ankles
Looking
broken.
like John in his fucking art in his video last week, you know?
Whoa.
So
Yeah,
it's
man.
definitely something you've got to think about when you get into this time, and treat it as if it is a medication. Treat it like you would have it on prescription, and it would say take 4 times a day at regular occurrences. It's the same with the
Yeah.
cannabis, the edibles. Obviously with when you vape, it's an instant thing. So use that like you would an inhaler if you had asthma. You know what I'm saying? You need that when you need it. But yeah, definitely consistency is key. It's just like the plant when you're growing it. It loves consistency, and when it's in you, that loves consistency too.
And like you said there, Ram, which is a good point to make, when you get these kind of pills off your doctor, it's like take 4, 4 times a day.
4 times a day, regular intervals. Yeah,
You know what I
with
mean?
or without food.
Yeah.
I'm the same.
So just change
Yeah.
that for a gummy instead of a pill.
But the thing is, I do say a gummy in the morning because I don't really do breakfast that much, because in the morning I'm just fucking doing everything I can to function. And so, but at lunchtime, instead of like doing a gummy or stuff like that, or some gummies, I'll have, say, a bacon sandwich, but I'll do that in infused olive oil. So I'll make my egg and bacon sandwich with unfueled oil. So there's my dinner time dose,
Yeah.
say, my lunchtime dose. And then on an evening, I'll go back to gummies, or I'll have, say, maybe a coffee with some FICO in it and stuff like that. But I'm having them at regular intervals. I'm making sure I have an intake of edibles at AM, dinner, just to PM,
man.
and then evening.
Good
And
idea.
keeping it
Let's talk about
consistent.
some common mistakes then, Billy.
Yeah. Well, biggest mistake, obviously, people is that they take too much and they think that the stronger the better THC is. Really, that's always what goes on. Oh, I'm going to take loads. But no, as Macky says, just build up slowly until you reach your point. Really, so it's not chasing the highest THC, and everyone ignores CBD as well completely, which is stupid because it's probably
Yeah.
one of the best, especially for information as well, which is what I use. And I try to search out ones which have better CBD content for that reason. Obviously, using too much, you're just going to have a bad experience. So again, just go low and slow until you find your point, really. And biggest thing is like was just said, discuss consistency is probably the most important, really, and that's the mistake people do make all the time is
Even
they
taking a
just have
diary,
it
at
random.
least to start with, isn't it?
Yeah. You write a diary so you know how long it's lasting. So okay, it tapers off around 2, because if you know like you're going to be in pain at 3 p.m, but you know it takes 2 hours for it to kick in, then you know you have to take a dose at 1 o'clock. Yeah.
Yep.
So then so you need to just write these things down, and then it all makes sense after 6 months. You're there. You know what you're doing, and then it becomes like second nature. But do set alarms on your phone, because you will miss doses and things like that, and that's also a common mistake. Just forgetful, or you're busy doing something, you're at work, or you're having fun, or you just forget generally. So it's like that's why I have an alarm on my phone every evening. It's like, oh yeah, have I taken? Sometimes my alarm goes off and I've already had it, but it's there to remind me to make sure have you had your oil. It's like, yeah. So that's the common mistake is being inconsistent, which can affect you the most.
So being inconsistent and having too much. That seems
yeah,
to be the,
that can be a problem. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. I'm sure John will have something to say as he's American.
No,
John,
that was all wonderful, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to talk about the big picture here, John? Finish this off.
Okay.
So John likes finishing it off.
It is important to say cannabis works best as part of a bigger picture, everybody. And some of these, I mean, I'm gonna say it out this way, and then I'm going to give my 2 cents. So if you're sleeping better, staying hydrated, moving your body, and managing stress, meaning trying to take care of yourself and doing a little better, then cannabis becomes more effective. If everything else is up, it can only do so much, and think of it as a tool, not the whole solution. I agree it's not a whole solution situation, but I think sometimes you got to use it to make some of these other things, get some of these other things on par for yourself.
Yeah.
To get to the end goal of that, all of those are working in your favor, right? So like you might need to take cannabis to sleep a little better, staying hydrated. I mean, not unless you're doing cannabis drinks, but you might need to take cannabis to sleep better, or you might need cannabis to, take care of some aches so you can move your body a little bit better, or you might need cannabis to manage your stress. So it isn't just a fix it immediately type of thing, in my opinion. It's just you might need to use it for other things to get you to that point, I guess, is how I would look at it.
Yeah, man. Just try and stay healthy. Staying hydrated is so important, but a lot of people overlook it. Even I overlook it.
I hate water so much.
Just sometimes you just grab a pint glass, fill it with water, and just drink it.
That's how I drink it, right? Like it's been so long, and I'm just like, God, I need a glass of water, and I'll drink water. But I'm not like my girlfriend drinks water like all day long. She's got a 40-ounce mug filled with ice and water, and that's what she does all day.
Well, if you're just getting cravings for water, it means your body wants water. It's like, when you got an itch and you itch it, it's like, oh, I'm thirsty, I need water. Just listen to your body, do as it tells you, and you'll do just fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I roll. And when I'm like, oh, could do some water, then I'll give you plenty then. Here you go. I mean, I need a nice cold beer. I'll give you plenty. Here you go. I mean, that chicken skin looks delicious. Oh, here you go, sir. Have as much as you like. Well, it's not cool. I just love the skin bit of meat. Doesn't matter what meat it is. I just fucking chicken skin, lamb skin. Fuck. Just
what are we talking about right now?
Yeah,
what?
Just going on
crispy.
I've got munchies now. Crackling. Jesus.
Oh.
Jesus.
Ooh-wee.
Yum, yum, yum.
Ooh. Anyway, yeah. So I hope that helps people, and let us know if it does as well. We want to hear from you guys. Don't just sit there quietly and be like, oh, that was interesting. I learned a lot from that episode. Tried the pain relief, and it actually did me good. Let us know about that. It makes us feel good when we hear about the good results that you get from listening to the show, you know? And this will work for you. If you're somebody who is in pain and haven't tried cannabis yet, then it's time to just try and use cannabis for your pain relief, because it's a better option than the opioids by far, in many people's opinion. Maybe not your
100%.
doctors, right? Just the people
Definitely
who use
not
it.
your doctor.
Yeah. So give it a shot. Maybe it'll work for you. Maybe it doesn't. But you're only going to find that out if you try it. You know, so give it a shot, and I hope it helps. Lots of different ways to consume it as a medicine. You don't just have to smoke it. You can vape it. You can use it as edibles. You can use it as a balm or salve. Loads of different ways you can use it. You can pick your own dosage. You know, use just a little bit or a lot, depending on what condition you have and how much it helps. And yeah, man, just be consistent. Write that diary. Make sure you're noting when you take it, what the effects were, when it wore off. And if you do that, you can try and fill in the gaps. And eventually, you're not in pain anymore because you're just using cannabis constantly. That'd be fucking sweet. Give it a shot, everybody. Oh, good info. Should we talk about some listener mail?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Right. So I wrote in the listener mail here. We have one from Mr. Bates.
Is it Norman or Master?
Master. So
Okay.
Master asked this question. He said, what is the difference between a spliff, a joint, and a blunt? Can you explain the definition, please, Smee? Because I'm wondering if you could explain it. That's what Mr. Bates said. Smee, this was directed specifically at you, sir. Can you answer that question for me, please?
What am I missing here?
Slight sarcasm.
It was.
I mean, it seems
This
heavy on
must
the
have happened
sarcasm, but-
in the white liberals.
Okay, so let
woman
me explain
group.
what happened and why Smee's gone completely silent right now. So for the last couple of days,
I'm just waiting for you to carry on. Yeah.
we've had this discussion going on in the Zoom room in the Minecraft sessions, right? Where Smee was calling a blunt just a joint, and I had to explain to him. I was like, no, a spliff is a joint rolled with tobacco in it, right? Then a joint is cannabis wrapped in a paper with a roach that you put in before you've rolled it, and then
No.
Sorry, yeah, that bit is up for debate. I understand, but what a joint is, and then a blunt is pure cannabis rolled in a cigar leaf, right?
Yeah.
So
A tobacco
Smee was
leaf,
going on
you
for
know what I'm
ages
saying?
about how incorrect I was with these.
I wasn't going for
definitions.
ages.
Yeah, it was like 2 days, mate. That's
my
ages to
definition
me.
of a blunt. My definition of a blunt is just something with pure weed in it, no tobacco, regardless of whether it's in a cannabis with a tobacco leaf or Rizzlers, you know, just papers.
That's a joint.
And it turns out, I was wrong, but that's how just I've always seen it. But Macky, you know, he had to make a big deal out of it.
That's right, Mr. No, it wasn't me. It was absolutely not connected to me whatsoever. This is just coincidentally. This
And the
guy,
thing is,
Master Bates over here, wants to ask you a question specifically about the definitions. It wants you to explain
So,
what they
Master
are.
Bates, could I just ask you where a doobie, you know what I mean? All the other names that we call joints, call them doobies.
They're just slang terms.
Because those are joints.
So where do they fit in this equation? Because a joint
They're
is
just another name for a joint.
Yeah, I thought it was like a slang term or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So if there's all
However,
these slang terms, then
the other ones are not.
I don't get that. What do you mean they're not?
Because they're not. They don't mean joint.
Huh? Joint doesn't mean joint.
No, joint means joint. Blunt does not mean joint.
No,
Spliff
blunt.
does not mean joint.
Right.
No. Right, yeah.
But
I thought a
doobie
joint
means
and a spliff
joint.
was, yeah, but I thought a joint and a spliff was the same. Me and Billy was having this discussion, and we've always been like, it's just like the same. A joint and a spliff has always been kind of in the UK anyway, known as the same sort of thing. Yeah, they have different definitions, which I've found out. Thank you, Macky, for enlightening me and making me learn every day. But it's always just been a joint, a spliff, a doobie, you know, whatever. Has always been the same sort of thing to me. Something that's been rolled with tobacco. And
Well, there we go. Thank you for explaining definitions there, Smee.
But no, it turns out, a joint is cannabis only in rolling papers, A spliff is cannabis and tobacco in rolling papers, and a blunt is cannabis in a cigar leaf. There you go.
And usually much
That was
larger.
beautifully explained. That was
Mhm.
me. It was beautiful.
I still think they're all just joints or blunts or
That's
spliffs.
right. But you know what they say? A gardener is a man who calls a spade until he
Mm.
falls
Correct.
over one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's right.
Right.
Calls it a bastard.
Right, so we have one here from P. River Pothead asks,
I
"Hey,
love this
gang,
name.
my favorite way to consume is smoking a joint. That's pure cannabis wrapped in paper. Why do you
That's
all
correct.
what do you all do with your roaches? Break them down for another joint, use it in a pipe, or just toss it out? Thanks all." And you see in like these old school TV shows, well, not TV shows, maybe movies, like 70s movies where it has cannabis, people save up their roaches, and then break them down and smoke the roaches. Because in the USA, they don't have well, I suppose they do now, but back in the day, they wouldn't have a roach or a filter, like the cardboard tube you roll in the end of your joint.
How did they get the name Roach?
Because it
How
looks
did
like a
over
roach when
there-
you finish with it, right?
Yeah.
Well,
that's what
yes, but
me,
not
that's
when
a
the
different
filter
thing.
thing is on it.
But that's just because it was called that. People wouldn't add the filter thing to it. So it's just called the roach now because that's what it's always been called. It's just a filter.
Okay.
But the end of the joint that's got just pure cannabis in it, but it's been smoked up until that point. I've seen people save that shit up and then claim it was stronger than the weed beforehand because it was in the fucking joint or something. I don't know. But yeah, some people save them up. When I was a teenager and I wasn't like growing my own weed, then I saved them up and reused them because it was the degenerate. Fuck
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
knew people that did that too. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty gross.
Yeah.
Needs
it's
must
gross.
on that when
It's
you
gross. Well, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what it
I
was.
leave
Slide it
them
in
for
and you
the
go.
mice and the birds now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Nice. They must fucking love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the good shit, bro. Let's go. But yeah,
I
some
ain't got
people save
time
them
for
up,
that to keep that.
and there's just no need to. When you're a home
Right,
grower
that's what I
and you
mean.
have plenty, there's no need to save up roaches. Throw that shit away.
Yeah.
I mean, or try it. Try it once. Save up a few. Roll yourself a joint out of it. And if you're like, oh, that was really fucking good, then save your roaches. But if you're like, that's disgusting, it tastes like ashtray,
Yeah, it tastes like
then
foul
fucking throw it
balls.
away. You can make the decision yourself if you just try a few. It's not going to kill you. You know what I mean? It just might taste really bad, and you're like, fuck that, Jesus.
And I don't want to sound all like, check me out when I say this, but
Oh,
it
really?
gets to the point where you've got so much like weed in like store. Some of my roaches, you could say they were just half a joint for somebody. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've left sometimes like a quarter of a joint in the ashtray, and then I've gone back to it the next day, and I've thought I'm just gonna roll a fresh one. 'Cause I'm not smoking that. I'm not relighting that whole thing. So yeah, it sounds a bit,
I used to go to my
Posh.
friend's house. You roll a
Yeah.
fucking joint, and then there'll be a little bit left on the tray. Like a gram or something. And you roll a joint, and you leave this gram behind, and then you just go home and be like, "Yeah, man, I'll leave that weed for you." And they're buzzing. It's like that's just 'cause I don't want to drive with it in my fucking pocket.
Yeah.
It doesn't even matter. Just carry on, bro. Smoke that shit. I'll see you next week. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. Being weed rich is nice.
Yes,
Yes,
that's
it
the word
is.
I was looking for. Weed rich is nice, and it affords you to not have to save up your roaches and smoke foulness, because
That's right.
as high as you're going to get off them, it tastes awful.
Terrible.
So much
Like
more
edibles,
tar and
maybe,
nastiness
some
And
as
butter.
well.
so much
Yeah.
worse for your health. It's like I've heard that you're not even supposed to light a joint, anything with tobacco in, and then like leave it in an ashtray for an hour and go back to it. You're not
The
supposed to do that with
carcinogens
tobacco.
increase
Yeah,
after it's
it
relit.
increases after it's relit. Which sucks because joints constantly go out if you're having a chat with your mate. So you're constantly having to relight it. But I think it's after a set amount of time of waiting, relighting that. Then it's
Fuck
it's
it.
filthy.
You know where that doesn't happen? In a vaporizer, baby.
That's right, baby.
Mhm.
That's right, baby.
Well, I used to prefer the
And
joint,
edibles.
like after it's a few smokes in. When it's gone out and you relight it again the second time round, it's just nice. That does. I mean, but I haven't smoked a joint in so long now. I'd be so fucking stoned off just 2 draws, just pow.
Yep. Yep.
Remember
me too.
me?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, bro.
Well, I was smoking spliffs for so long, and then I moved on to joints, which I thought were blunts, but turns out they were joints. So yeah, but now I'm vaping.
Yeah, vape's the way, man. I love vaping. It's so much more gentle,
Yeah.
so cleaner, so
It
just
is,
tastes
yeah.
so much better. There's so many reasons.
And
why.
now that
But
I know
that's
that
me.
you
That's
can
my
put
preference.
hash in
fucking
there
so.
as well as fucking weed, it's like you are
Mhm.
fucking nice. Cheers, Billy.
Yeah.
By the way.
So yeah, favorite way consuming, smoking a joint. What you do with the roaches. That's it. If you have plenty of cannabis, throw them away. If you think you need to save them up because you're going to spend money on them at some point, then maybe you need to save them. It's completely up to you. But really,
Yeah.
you should be growing your own and have abundance of cannabis so the roaches don't mean shit. Throw them away.
Yeah.
To the
Yeah.
birds they
Mhm.
go.
Mhm.
But this is an interesting one. We got one from Chip here. Chip
Chip.
asks, "How about?" Because I asked for questions. When not constrained by a trellis, do you move your plants around, as it turns them around so that over a week, so each branch gets equal amount of light, or leave them stationary? In HPS days, I definitely did it, but now with LEDs, I'm less inclined to the spread the light, the better. You want to tackle this one, John?
I feel like I move mine around when they're not trellised. I
Right.
usually just spin them.
Mhm.
And I do that so that the fan hits them everywhere.
So it's less about
For
the
the
light,
most
it's more
part.
about just the fan, yeah?
Right. I mean, if I got a table full where my light, well, they kind of got a little out of hand and they're past, then sure, I'll spin them for that reason, to get more light on the ones that are kind of sticking out. But mostly for me, it's for the fan, getting air movement across them better.
Yeah, I mean, when not constrained by a trellis, like, so it's not in a scrog and shit. I don't know.
Mhm.
It bothered me when I was first starting to grow, like always trying to put them back and shit. And then I went from a stage of just rotating them, a couple of times a week. And
Yeah.
it just all seems like bullshit, really. I don't even care now. You just put the fucking things back in.
Well,
Take them out, put them back in. Jobs are good, and then just fucking leave them there. That's what I do.
another thing that's good about it when it's not trellised up is because you can spin them when it comes to trimming them, you just give that bad boy a spin. Now you can pop off some leaves or lollipop off small branches a lot easier than in a scrog, which is a complete pain in the ass if you
You're not moving
cannot
them.
get to the back and stuff,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
So yeah.
So yeah, if you just move it around. I mean, do any of you guys, Margaret? Do you rotate your plants?
No, I haven't been.
It just doesn't seem necessary, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Billy, what about you? I suppose you just let yours sit there.
Yeah, no, they might get rotated while I'm looking at them, sort of thing, slightly, or doing something, but I don't specifically rotate.
Yeah,
no.
just no need to do it on purpose. You, Smee, just let yours sit there.
Scrog.
Oh, right. Yeah, so just don't be like you say. Everybody's using these fucking LEDs now, and the spread of the light is so good.
Yeah,
you really don't have to worry about that kind of shit.
Not so much anymore.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Just use the LEDs, and I don't know. And again, just if you want to rotate them, rotate them. If you don't want to, then don't. You'll see in it what you want to see. You know what I mean? A kind of placebo effect. Like, oh, I've been rotating them, they're much better. Oh, I've left them sitting still, they're much better. You'll see what you want to see. It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The movement of it might help with strengthening the branches as it's being moved every day.
That too.
That could help definitely there.
But don't be too concerned about it.
But yeah.
Yeah, and less work as well. Just let it sit there. Let it do its thing. And I like the consistency as well. We've said many times when people are growing cannabis, those plants prefer consistency. And if you're going to keep moving them around all the time, then you have to readjust the angles of their leaves to match where the light was coming from, and they have to move some branches around and shit. It's just leave it alone, man. Leave it alone as much as you can. Don't.
When you see what people do with this plant under, in a scrog, it's like you really don't need to. There's some monsters out there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I hope that helps with the question there, Chip. We have one from Lobby. This one's a bit long, Lobby. but not compared to free nugs.
Oh,
Fuck
yeah.
Jesus fucking bloody.
I didn't even scroll down. I thought that was the last
Yeah.
one. And I
No,
scrolled down. I'm like,
no.
oh,
Oh,
goodness.
half this page is free nugs. What the fuck is it?
Freenugs is bigger
Sorry,
than
Freenugs.
all 3 questions.
So this one's short for lobby. Hi, and homegrown
Okay.
crew. Quick question: with Trump federally legalizing, do you think this is now the tipping point to see a wave of other countries legalized or decriminalized in some way? Also, what are all the panels' favorite strain for daytimes when you need to get shit done? And Smee/Margaret, do you notice differences in strains when making edibles, or as it's essential the decarb flower or trim? Is that just a placebo? So yeah, just quickly there. Does anybody think any other countries are going to legalize as a result of the USA doing it federally? What do you think?
Fucking
Billy?
hope so.
Okay,
Because
but
of the
let's
US?
fix this though.
Mm.
Let's fix this though, because that is wrong.
Okay.
It's not federally legalized. It was
Mhm.
Yeah.
rescheduled.
Mhm.
So that's
Mhm.
different.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's going to really make a determination on
I think it
any
will.
other countries.
I think it
Nah.
will. I think it will because I think if it gets reclassified to 3, it gets put into the universities. The universities show just how beneficial it is, and it wakes everybody up, and everybody then goes, right, we need to legalize this shit.
Yeah. I
Aren't
don't
they
know.
going to look at other countries like Canada or Germany or
Yeah.
whatever first?
I
and
mean,
be like, hey,
Canada's
they
already
legalized,
there.
and the sky
know?
didn't fall, and everyone's fine.
Yeah, you're right.
It's probably
You're
more
right.
more likely because of that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna stick to my guns and be like, in West Korea, it's not happening here for 10 years.
Yeah, that's not.
10 years,
Yeah.
man. We ain't seen shit.
But there is always hope, everybody.
That's exactly what I was
Yes.
trying to give.
Well, I hope I'm wrong.
Just a bit
I'm
of
hope,
hope.
tomorrow we wake up and Keir Starmer's trying to cover up, because you know what the Ministry of Truth is like. He's got this crazy court case going on against him right now. Well, not really against him, just some of his friends. Let's say that. Billy, don't do it. But yeah, some interesting shit going on with Keir Starmer right now. So to cover up the news, he might just be like, "Yo, legalize cannabis." That'll keep him quiet for at least a week. But then they can overlook it.
So we're not talking about his rent boys. Is that what
Oh
you're
no,
saying?
no.
Oh, right,
We're
okay.
not talking about the Ukrainian rent boys who set fire to his car and a few of his previous addresses, who are now in court and giving evidence for the case. But
with
we're
no
not
media
talking
coverage
about
whatsoever.
That. No media coverage whatsoever. Nothing.
Mhm.
Nothing. But that
Nothing.
devil cannabis now. This
Wow.
young guy from Durham, 19 years old he was, bought some cannabis over in Malaysia. Now he's looking at death penalty. Look at this instead.
Well, probably it was out of date, Macky. That's probably why it was so bad, because it was out of date.
Out of
Remember,
date. Makes perfect sense now.
out of date cannabis is the
Fuck,
devil's
you know.
lettuce.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. thanks for that, John. That reminded us highlighting also what the panel's favorite strain for daytime. Thanks, John. Just
You're
bring
welcome.
us back there. Like you're gonna get in
I
trouble.
was just
with this.
reading.
Gotta be careful what you say about West Korean government now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, any particular strain that you prefer to smoke in the daytime, there, John?
Anything that's got limonene in it.
Nice.
Yeah, anything lemon.
SLH, any lemon skunk probably is a good one. My lemonella's great. Like anything like that, man.
Whatever I'm smoking at the time.
Nah. I am so
No, I
much
can't
of a
agree
lightweight
with that.
now. I wouldn't even consume in the daytimes because I'd be too high and I got to get shit done. I would only do it in the evenings.
I can definitely tell the difference though. If you get a strain, like any of the lemon strains, man, if I smoke those, I know for sure I'm gonna be upbeat and I'm gonna be like moving around and I'm like, let's do it. You know what I mean? But if I hit anything that's anything indica leaning, man, I'm usually like, well, I'm gonna sit here and play Minecraft now.
Yeah.
Like,
Speaking of Minecraft, Cornerstone
like-
in the chat just says, for fuck's sake, got lost in the Nether and lost all my shit. We might be able to get it back for you, mate. Don't die. We'll be on in
Yeah.
about an hour.
Yeah, just sign out so it just doesn't load you in and you won't die, and we'll be on and
We
find
can
it.
help you, Cornerstone. Just don't die.
Mhm.
And what you doing going in the Nether by yourself?
I mean,
Jesus
who do
bloody.
you think you are?
All right.
What are you saying, Billy?
Holy.
What kind of strains do you use in the daytime? Do you care or do you just have shit?
Whatever one I'm using in the daytime, that's the one I'm using in the
Yeah,
daytime.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever one.
And what about with the
Mhm.
edibles? Margaret, do you think is there not some difference with when you're making different strains with different edibles? You know what I mean? Making edibles with different strains.
Right. I personally think that it doesn't make that much of a difference because by the time you decarb and infuse and put it in your food, it's kind of like the things that make that strain are kind of like
Completely
removed.
agree.
Yeah, the terpenes
Yeah.
and shit have all gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the smell taste's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, I think the strength, you know, is denoted by the strength of your cannabis, I think, and dependent on what you're doing. Your FICO is going to be stronger than your MTC oil and blah blah blah.
MCT,
So
you're saying.
MTC,
Mhm.
yeah. Sorry, mate. I get things, as you know, I get things confused and mixed up. But
Yeah, he just
yeah.
also adds on the end here, still waiting for an Anne Lesby interview. It'll happen soon
Okay.
enough. It's gonna be Billy. You know, remember Little Britain? It's gonna have like that guy. Oh, I'm a lady. It's gonna be
Yeah.
Billy doing that voice. That's what it's gonna be.
Dressed in John's wig. I borrow his
Yeah.
wig.
That's all right.
And just his wig. Anyway, right. So here's the one from Free Nugs. I'm gonna get a little medieval music clip that I can play in the background when I'm fucking doing Free Nugs questions here because they're getting so long now. You need backing music for this shit. Jesus, Free Nugs. Good
There's an Alan
morning
disc.
/ evening. Hi on homegrown panel. Free Nugs here to give you a long ass question. So get your tea and settle in. Here we go.
Wait, I'll do a no in the background, yeah?
Because then I have to read it all sinister.
Oh my god.
We have gone into the past plenty of times. Sorry. We have gone over this in the past plenty of times, and I'm sick of having the debate with friends and family about the cure process. Curing cannabis longer does not increase its potency, right? It is to enhance flavor. The longer you cure, the better the taste and terpenes. Am I wrong? 4 weeks into perfect curing time, 2 weeks of minimum, and anything longer than 4, and you're doing great. How long do you cure for, and does curing for longer make your weed more potent? Thank you for everything you guys do, and I hope you enjoyed your tea or coffee while they read my long question. Now I'm just giving extra words so Macky can hear, so you can all hear Macky's sweet, sultry voice. Thanks again, Free Nugs. Bit weird on the end there, bro. Bit fucking weird.
all
A
right,
bit fire
misery.
rubby at the
I
end
mean,
there, didn't
A
it?
bit misery. I'm your
Holy.
number
Carry on
one
like
fan.
that. Get a fucking restraining order, Free Nugs.
He's got his reach around glove out already.
It's fucking. Right, so yeah, curing cannabis. After it depends how you've treated it, and we do have an episode specifically on curing. We cover all this shit, but it's like it can reach its peak and kind of hold it there for about 18 months if it's stored correctly, and then it starts to diminish after that. Apparently, I don't know. I don't think I've ever had cannabis for 18 months to test it myself. But that's apparently
Right.
how it works. But with potency, for the first few weeks, then it will increase potency as the trichomes dry and the THC becomes more psychoactive and shit like that. So, but that's just like drying and early curing. But after like a month, 6 weeks, when the majority of the moisture is gone, it's not going to increase in potency. I wouldn't. I don't think. What do you think? What do you think, John?
To be honest with you, I don't know if it's really that much of an increase in potency, like noticeable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've never heard that it
So-
increases potency in any way.
Maybe
Yeah,
it will
I
convert
don't-
some of the THC to CBN if you're keeping it in glass jars, shaking it now and again, damaging the trichomes, and then it starts to degrade and turn into CBN. Maybe. But, if it's just left sitting there, it's not just going to increase potency on its own. THC isn't just going to grow out of it, you know.
Mhm.
Right.
So
It's
always gonna
changing
dry.
things, and I would think the same thing kind of happens as you're drying also.
Mhm.
You know, because if you think about it, your plant is still kind of alive for that first couple days.
Mhm.
I've cut a plant down, looked at the trichomes, and said, "Yep, this is where I wanted about 10% amber, let's say," and I have hung it. And when I went to trim it, way more amber.
Yeah, that's it. 'Cause it's not considered dead until there's no there's a certain word for it, vascular activity, like the moisture passing through the plant itself.
Right.
And then when there's when it's dry enough that moisture can't pass through the plant matter anymore, that's considered dead at that point.
Mhm.
That's I think that's the definition of the dead cannabis plant. Anyway,
Right.
so it has to be
Right.
dry enough because you can fucking leave it just laying there for 3 days and then pick it back up and grow some fucking roots on it, and a little cutting,
Mhm.
and you can revive that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's not really dead.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that you're absolutely 100% correct and your family members are wrong, Free Nugs, so you can play a little clip to them. I don't know how right you are and how wrong they are. I'm just going to say that. It's up to you where you press pause on that question. But yeah, it's, if
Definitely
properly
tastes better,
stored,
but
yes, it definitely tastes better.
definitely tastes better. But
Well, I
as
suppose
far as
better is
quality concerned,
because it depends.
smoother,
The terpenes
creamier,
change,
yeah.
don't they?
Yeah.
And you might have preferred the taste 6 months ago than the taste you have now. But it's not
Maybe.
going to get any
Right.
worse. It's just going to be different. That's all. Yeah, just
Mm-hmm.
properly storing and curing cannabis changes the game. It goes from being shit weed, and I've had absolute shit weed that I've cured for 6 weeks, and it turns into something fucking beautiful. But it takes time to get there, you know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
French Cannoli would talk about that when he made hash, and he'll get the hash and then he'll turn it into a temper ball, and then he'll bury that for 6 months, and it will completely change the terpenes, going from smelling fruity to smelling like chocolate in the 6 months. You just got to let things, let the chemical process happen. Yeah, man. So,
Okay.
yeah, you're not wrong, Free Nugs. Cure that
Mhm.
weed. It tastes better as time goes on. But anything to add to that one?
And yeah, Free Nugs, you're back to 40 characters again.
Yeah, fucking hell, bro.
That's it.
Jesus. Gonna have green splees playing in the background next time.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah. Anyway, thanks Free Nugs. Thanks for the question, bro.
Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Cheers, Free Nugs, mate.
And one more here, just a quick one. What about using AI for cultivation? There's a dude posted some pictures and said he was using AI. I'm a Luddite, so need some information on how to utilize it. Man, I don't know. AI is good, but when it comes to growing cannabis, it's just not good enough, man. It makes mistakes a lot. I saw one guy the other day talking to AI about parachuting, and the AI was telling him that he can go parachuting without a parachute, no problem, you'll be fine. So, are you
there's so
fucking
many
crazy?
videos online like that. They're pretty funny, but
Jesus.
also a reminder that
Yeah,
shouldn't trust them too much. They are wrong a lot.
that's right, man. That's right. I mean, for overall shit, maybe it's correct, but yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I'm
There's a
not sure I
little
really
tip.
understand the question though.
Uh,
Like you do
well,
AI for
like if you
cultivation?
have a problem with your plants, and you want
Yeah.
help with cannabis cultivation, should you use AI?
So yeah, there's people taking photographs of the plants, and they're saying that according to AI, I should reap 22 ounces off this plant, and it's like
Right.
it's like 3 weeks old, you know, and they're like,
Right.
oh, but this is what the AI is predicting it'll be if he
Yeah.
grows it like this or this and now it may do that, but you know, it's a bit premature for me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Saying you're going to
I
get
think
a certain
some of
amount
the
off a
stuff
plant that's
too,
3
though,
weeks old.
comes to the actual growing side, right? Because I can't remember the guy's name in Discord. He was making that app kind of, right? That was following or whatever. And then they got into talking about having sensors that were monitored and such, right? So could AI be set up with a bunch of sensors for lighting or set
Yeah.
up for sensors for like what's your runoff? Okay. I need to add this much, and it's hooked up to a system, that automatically adds a little bit more in.
I think that's what that
or
guy's does.
PK.
Going off it, I think he's got a reservoir which automatically doses depending on
Right.
the pH and the this, that, and the other inside that, and
Mhm.
it's all run
the
through
buzzard.
AI. But yeah, the buzzard and the
Yeah.
get out of it.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
but I've got something similar on my AC Infinity unit. I've just got the reservoir thing that tells me pH and all that sort of stuff, and alerts me when the
Mhm.
pH and EC's out, and if I wanted to
Right.
set up an automatic
I
dosing.
don't
Oh,
think
right,
I'd
yeah.
trust it to
But-
do it on its own.
No,
I
no.
would be so worried, man.
And this is it.
Mhm.
I get it to alert me and say, "Hey, by the way, your pH is like 6.2," and I'm like,
Listen.
"Okay," and then I'll go and I will amend it myself. you know, but I still look at it every day like I'm checking it with my dip,
Yeah.
you know.
Using it
That's
as
what
a
she
tool
said.
rather than a grower for you.
So I don't
Fucking
just
hell,
because
man.
it's AI and stuff like that, and I've told it, oh, by
Right.
the way, alert me, because my phone sometimes goes off so many times during the day.
Oh
It
God,
could
yeah.
alert me, and I'd
Mhm.
freaking ignore it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I always look. Oh, look, and so I don't rely on it. I look. I use my eyes.
Mhm.
But
Listen,
AI, I think, as a tool, can be used to utilize
can be
really
useful.
well. But
Yeah.
I don't think
Mhm.
it can grow for you.
Yeah.
Not personally. Not yet,
The
anyway.
best
careful with
form of AI for growing is your backyard. Okay, outside in the ground.
I like that.
I don't think
Mhm.
that's artificial though.
Well, I'm not having to do it.
Yeah, very true. Just let it do its
I
thing.
mean,
Plant
It's
outside,
another
let it do its thing.
intelligence.
Mhm.
Another intelligence. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Mother Nature's doing it. Okay.
Right.
Bam.
but how to
She's
use
smarter than
AI?
me.
I mean, there's so many different ways, mate. So many different
Oh my
ways
God,
now.
Yeah.
Just
And hopefully, hopefully
ask
people.
AI.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully it works for people, because I'd hate for them to go through all this time and effort that a grower does, and
Mhm.
you know, and all because of AI, it goes Pete Tong at the end.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, man.
I just want to test the
Yeah.
robot to do all the heavy lifting of all the soil and water and all of that, moving
That
stuff
would be
around.
nice. That would
that'd
be
be a
nice.
nice form of AI. Yeah.
Mm-mm. Robot slaves. That's
Mm.
right. Anyway,
Whoa.
yeah.
Ones
Went
that
dark with
suck
that
and
one.
blow.
Shit, Jesus. Anyway,
Robot slaves that suck and blow. There we go. That's my.
yeah, that's
the
coming one
slogan.
day.
Rosie.
That's gonna, this.
That's already here, mate.
Like, yeah, the great filter. Why don't we see any aliens? Because they all kill themselves off before we can even reach them. Because of the great filter. There's something that humanity goes through, or a civilization will go through, that stops them being able to, explore other planets, or they just all die off. And that's what it's gonna be.
AI.
Sex robots. Sex robots.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That's right.
they're going to be the downfall of society.
That's my prediction. All these alien races that we have never seen because they never made it here died from sex robot overuse.
You haven't done your poll yet. Talking of robots
Yeah.
and
So there we go.
Get
Yeah,
your
let's wrap
poll
it up.
out.
Let's wrap it up. We'll do that in the outro there. So yeah, we're good.
Okay.
That's all the questions covered. Anything to add?
Mhm.
yeah,
No,
No.
we're good, I think.
Sweet. Right then, let's go to the outro and have a look at this poll.
I've got a poll you can look at.
God.
Jeez.
I almost
Is it-
choked,
is it the-
Billy.
Is it the South Pole? Think about
Fading
Well,
music.
Does
I don't
live in
think
the
it-
It's
south.
more North Pole at the minute.
it. Pointing North
Oh.
Pole.
This ended up closer than I expected.
South.
40%
See,
versus
not as weird
60%.
as you think.
Hey, you're still in the minority, mate. Before,
Oh, might be in the
40%
still think
minority.
it's
the
but
weirdos.
after
Minorities
that,
seem to be
40%.
winning everywhere these days. So you know what I'm saying.
How do you put it in after anyway? Is my question. Never mind. I don't even want. I don't know.
That's what she
That's
said.
what she said.
Jesus.
How do you put it in after? What do you just like
Anyway,
set us up?
good show, everybody. Good show. Thank you, everybody, for coming to join us. Like, subscribe, share, all that kind of shit.
60-40 on the poll, by the way.
60-40
60-40
on the poll,
That's
as I
pretty,
mentioned there.
pretty tight, pretty close.
I'm
For
just
something
happy
that-
with that win about the definitions of spliff joint and blunt.
Yeah,
That'll do for this week.
you know,
Don't need
so-
more than that. But this is also another win, but not as much as a win as that one was.
He needs that win because he's not getting a match essay at the minute. So
Fuck
Ah,
yeah.
Holy, kicked right in the ding ding.
Jesus.
Pew 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 pew
That's it.
pew pew.
I'm going now. Fuck you. Bye. Yes. So I hope you enjoyed the show, everybody. Thanks as always for
Yes.
joining us. And yeah, we'll
Yes.
catch you on Sunday for the next one. Have a nice week. Stay high and stay safe and all that kind of shit. Anything else to add?
Yep.
Anything?
No.
Nope.
No, mate.
No.
Bye.
Moist,
No,
moist.
no,
Nothing
no.
from Margaret. Everybody good?
Nope.
Right then, let's all wave.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Get out. Hasta luego.